Hey everybody,
Hello
Playtendoguy
everyone.
here, and I'm back with the news stream. And today we are joined by James, JimJam Movies and TV.
Hello.
James again from JT at the Movies.
Hey,
John from Mondo Chelloveck Movies.
Cheers.
And Andy from Forgotten World of Movies. So what have we all been up to today, Anne?
I watched the movie today.
Yeah.
I watched the movie Dead and Buried.
Did you?
It was really
Was
good.
it any good?
Very good. And I've watched it, but probably about 20 years ago. So I remember the start of it because the start of it's quite intense, and I didn't remember anything else for the film. So it was like seeing the film for the first time. Can you believe it?
Well,
so I enjoyed it. It was really good.
it's good. I went to H&B today and picked up a couple of more Arrow films because they were still $7.99 in store till Sunday. I picked up
That's not
The
bad.
Bird with the Crystal Plumage and Audition. So that weren't too bad. So
Brilliant.
what have the rest of you guys been up to today? And James, Andy?
Go on, James.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I had a mare at lunchtime. My neighbour told me that I was saying earlier, my tyre were almost flat, so I had to go and sort that out, which swallowed me day up because I had planned on shooting a load of videos, watching a few films, and just having a nice quiet day off work. And then, yeah, knock on the door. You know, your tyre's almost flat, don't you? Shit.
Oh, man. James gone.
So that's been my day really. Was then going to the garage for him to do that, and yeah.
Nightmare.
What about you, Andy?
Well, I work from home, but I had to go into site today because we had a customer audit. But other than that, nothing much exciting at all, really. No.
And I don't know where James has gone. He's just left the stream. But shall we get on with comments? We've got quite a few. And thanks.
Okay.
No spammers.
Yeah.
First up, we've got Richard, Fantastic Dizzy. Good evening, Playtendoguy. Good evening, everyone. How are we all doing? Pretty good.
Good. Yeah.
Very good, actually. Very good.
Yeah, pretty
Looking
good, mate.
forward to the stream.
Yeah.
Bristolian Dave's here. All right, me babbers. I'm a few minutes early.
That's
I
great.
really do love that saying. That's brilliant. No, but the spammers have been took care of, Richard.
Great.
Good.
Clark Teddles is here. It's 4:30 a.m. and I'm here as promised. Whoa. Where do you come from?
I was
Clark?
speaking to Clark. He comes from Australia. I was speaking to him today on Instagram, and he was talking about coming on, but he said he would have to get up at 4:30 to come on. And I said, wow, that's quite, if you committed that much to do it, but you know, you don't have to, but he says, I'm going to do it. Clark. So, yeah, I appreciate that because that shows commitment. I don't know if I could do that.
No.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. James is back in again. Let's just get him back into the stream.
Yeah, sorry guys, I was having a few problems. It was a bit breaking up, the connection was. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm back now. I'm back.
Yeah. We've just gone through a few of the comments.
Cool.
We have Ryan Paul here, and he says, "How's it going, guys? Going pretty
All
well."
good.
Good, Ryan.
Pretty
Yeah.
good, dude. Yeah.
All good.
Kuroyoshia Ichi, if I pronounce that very good. Clark has just won the internet.
I would say so as well, getting up at 4:30 to watch us lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is real commitment. 4:30. Whoa, I don't think I could do it.
He's got a good channel, Clark, actually. If you haven't checked it out, I would check his channel out.
Oh, certainly.
Just a young lad, he's just
after
starting
the
out,
stream,
but he's just, like I say, he's just kicking off. So I think he's going to go places. Just a young lad, but you know, pretty good.
Oh,
Nice one.
Certainly check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you how you knew him because I saw you chatting on Instagram.
What's that? Sorry.
I was just saying I was going to ask how you knew, how you knew Clark. Because I seen you chatting on Instagram. I wondered whether it was a friend or a family member or something.
Well, no, actually, what it was there's a channel called Movie Collector. And Movie Collector recommended, recommended his channel on one of his videos. So I subscribed to him then, and then I realized he's on. I've just actually become friends with him on Instagram today, So I had a little bit of a chat on there. So he's quite new to me. His channel is new to me, but anything that Movie Collector kind of recommends to me, I'll go for, because he's I've been good friends with him for the year I've been on YouTube, and I rate his when he plugs somebody, I always go for them, give some good shout outs.
Nice one. I'll definitely go and check Clark
Sounds
out
good.
after.
Yeah, I will as well.
Yeah, I'll have to check out his channel. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Next up, we have Phil, 4K Baker. Hi, John. Hi, Playtendoguy. Yo, Mr. Luck Dragon, and JT and Forgotten. Great stream. Thanks ever so much for watching, Phil.
Yeah, Phil's a great guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, Phil.
He is.
Thanks, Phil.
Did he meet up with Robert Fett's Bounty before? I think I remember he did.
I think he did, yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Yeah, the
popped up
video.
on one of his videos.
Yep, I'm sure he did.
Clark says these guys have sun shining through their window and it's pitch black outside for me.
Would be at 4:30.
Yeah.
4:30.
Yeah.
My word. Brilliant. Edward's here.
Yeah.
Hope you're all okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty well, Edward.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining.
Thank you.
Oh, comments gone all weird again. Fantastic Dizzy, ever watched the TV series Supernatural? Just finished the final 15th season. That was a commitment.
I bet.
On and off. I've seen it on and off. I know it's been going for quite a few years, like 15 seasons. It used to be showed on ITV quite a lot, and I did used to watch it occasionally, but never was a big fan of it. What about you guys?
I've seen like maybe 5 or 6 episodes.
It's about 2 guys, isn't it? I think
Yeah,
it's like
they go around investigating, don't they? The only one that really stuck in my mind that I made a point of watching was when they did a crossover with Scooby Doo, and
I think I remember that.
Wow.
and it was just complete bonkers, because obviously it's not Supernatural's not a kids show, is it?
No.
But Scooby Doo is, and so it was like putting the Scooby Doo characters in a more adult situation, which was hilarious.
That's good.
Sounds
good.
good.
That one, actually.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I've never seen a single episode of it, to be fair.
No, I haven't.
Never seen one episode.
No.
Nah.
I know I've seen this huge, great big box set in H&B, and it's like about 150 quid on Blu-ray. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's mental. Because I thought about maybe, because I'd seen that this latest season was the last season. I did think about, like, shall I get it? And then when I saw how much it was, I think the DVD for just the latest season's nearly 30 quid.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. It's unbelievable. Really
It's mental
expensive.
that for the DVD.
But I should think in a few years' time it'll drop down quite a fair bit because the TV show won't be as popular, and it'll be the best time to nab it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Surprised it's not on Netflix or Amazon or anything like that.
Isn't it? Right. Next up we have Ryan, and he says Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Angel. I'd probably say Angel because I've seen the whole 5 series and I've only seen a couple of episodes of Buffy. I quite enjoyed Angel. Thought it was pretty good. But they're both in the same universe, aren't they? I think Angel's a spin-off, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're related, aren't they? Yeah, I've only seen bits of both, but I prefer the feel of Buffy.
I think I will go for
if I
Buffy,
remember correctly,
but I haven't
Buffy is actually on
haven't
all
seen many of
4.
each.
It's on the streaming channel. Channel 4 streaming channel, I think.
I've never seen the shows, but the only thing I've seen Buffy related was the movie before the TV show came out.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. Movies.
That's the only thing I've seen to do with Buffy. I've seen the odd episode, but I've never taken the time to get into it. I've only seen the film.
The movie with a completely different cast.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a different Buffy. Yeah.
it's got like Rutger Hauer in it as well, hasn't it? And Luke Perry's in it, and
Yeah.
the guy from Batman Returns is in it as well. Can't remember his name. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't. Is it worth watching, or is it bad?
I've heard if you're a fan of the TV show, the film's crap. But I went into it not seeing the show at all, and I actually really enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it's like a good 90-minute movie to just put on if you're bored. It's like it's enjoyable for what it is.
Yeah,
it's no masterpiece, like, but yeah.
I'll
Fair
probably
enough.
have to have a look out for that.
Yeah, I'm
sounds
thinking
good.
the same. To be fair,
Yeah.
We have Geordie Paul here, Magpie Movies. Hey guys,
Hey,
you
mate.
always have to do this on a Tuesday, don't you?
oh, Paul.
I'm off to football for a bit. In a bit.
Yeah.
In this heat, wow.
Oh man, I think last week he did it and he had to do it inside and they didn't have no air conditioning on whatsoever. Oh, I couldn't do that. It's
Be a nightmare,
unbearable.
Oh yeah.
no.
Next up, we have Simon Millership. Evening all. Is this your brother, James? James.
My brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother's back again. Yeah. Hello.
He asked some really good questions last week. He did.
Yeah.
He's got some more this week. He's pre-warned me.
Oh, that'll be good. Magpie Movie says, you never know, I may randomly pop up again later. You're more than welcome, mate. Edward says, what is your favourite Harry Potter film? Wow, that's a good question. I've got probably go with... Yeah, you go first.
No, Pete, go on. I feel, mate.
I'd probably say Prisoner of Azkaban. I really liked that one. It had Gary Oldman in, and it was the slightly darker tone compared to the previous ones. And I thought it had a great story to it.
Fair
What
enough,
about you guys?
Well, mine's tied for the Chamber of Secrets or Goblet of Fire. I can't decide between the two of them. I love the story in both, and same with what you're saying about Azkaban. In Goblet, I like the darker tone and the sort of the aesthetic of it all, sort of thing. I think I quite like how they sort of age.
Yeah.
Obviously the characters grow up, the films age and become more mature, don't they, as they go?
Yeah.
I'm in the minority with Azkaban because it's probably my favourite book of the series, but I can't stand the film.
Wow.
Yeah, I cannot abide it at all, which is a real shame. I think it's something more to do with the artistic direction from Tokyo on.
Yeah.
Just couldn't. It felt like such a strong departure from what Chris Columbus had done. Whereas, like with Mike Newell and I think David Hayes and whoever did the rest of them, it felt like the same sort of continuity. Whereas that one just felt really like almost like what you were saying about Buffy, somebody else's take on it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like the Last Jedi of Harry Potter?
For me, yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah.
Now, for me, I don't like the Half-Blood Prince. I could never get into the Half-Blood Prince. I've seen that several times, and that's the only one I really don't like out of the series.
It's a missed opportunity for sure. Like, have you read the book as well?
Yeah, quite a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much exposition in the book, and there's if you remember the whole sort of like the time travel piece with, well, say time travel, they're going back through the dreams, aren't they? And looking at the Dumbledore's memories and other people's memories and stuff. And there's so much, and I know it's all exposition and that can be quite clunky on film if it's not handled right. But there was so much of that was just brilliant and sort of like, nail-biting stuff in the book. And then they turned it into like a teenage rom-com with the whole Ron Hermione romance thing and, put scenes in it that weren't in the book in place of perfectly good scenes. And yeah, so I don't know what you mean with that one. It's a bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah. What about you, Andy?
I think probably my favourite film out of the series is Deathly Hallows Part 1. Simply because that, for me, felt beat for beat completely taken from the book. I think it's the most accurate to follow the book. I just thought it was really weird because when I was watching the film, that sort of played out exactly as it was in my mind when I read the book. But yeah, I just thought it was brilliant. Shame the second one didn't do that for me, but that first one really did. Particularly the tale with the three brothers, I thought they handled that brilliantly.
Yeah.
the way that was brought to screen. But I agree with JT about Prisoner of Azkaban, because I just find that after those first two films, the tonal shift was just too distracting for me as a series. It just it felt like this was a different filmmaker. It was like the franchise had been passed over, and it's like, right now you do your thing. Because I've always said that with the Harry Potter films, is that although they've got great directors behind them, you can tell whose films is who it belongs to, and that's the only problem I've got with the franchises. It's just that they're a bit inconsistent from a creative standpoint. They just have a different looks to them. But yeah, that's just me. But yeah.
Yeah, I can get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
Well, I'm going to have to say the first one, because it's the only one I can remember. I know that me and my son watched these ones, well, we all watched them actually, up to the third one. He lost interest, and then kind of we lost interest as well, because kind of at that point we're sort of watching them for him. And I did enjoy the first one, I've got to admit. I can't remember the second two, and then we just didn't bother with the rest of them. I think sometime I will have to go back and sort of, me and my wife will just watch the whole lot independently and see what it's all about. But it's something that I do plan on doing, but I don't know if I ever will do, because it's a strange one of the time. We were more into Lord of the Rings than the Harry Potter series, so we kind of navigate towards them.
Quite a lot of people say that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a camp, isn't it? You do favour one or the other, I think, personally. And I don't think that they're bad films at all. It's not as if I think they're rubbish or anything. I think they're quite good. I just think that we sort of just passed them by. And will you go back to them after all this time? Probably not, you know.
What about you, James?
Yeah, I think I'm with John on this one. I think the first one as well, because I'm not a massive Harry Potter fan, to be honest. That's more my wife's forte. She's really into them and that. But my daughter's watched the first two, and we won't let her watch any more at the minute, because like she's only 4. I know it'll get darker as they go on. So at the minute we just like on the first two. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan, to be honest. But yeah.
Because they brought out the Fantastic Beasts films and all. The first one was pretty good, but the second one I weren't that keen on at all.
I haven't got down to the second one yet, but I've heard so many people say exactly what you've just said, Pete, that it's not worth the time. I just can't bring myself to give it 2 hours of my life and then be disappointed.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a very boring film. Horrendous at times. Oh, the comments have gone all weird again. Oh man.
Oh no. Not more trolls.
No. It just went straight down to the bottom again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you say that though, James, about not having any trolls, but I was really looking forward to talking about my favourite cheddar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we had about 20 types of questions about what's your favourite type of cheese and crackers or something.
All right.
That's just
is the crackers now, is it?
Oh, I don't know. Viper 990 says, "How long have you known each other for? You all seem to be good friends." Whoa.
This is the first time we've really chatted with like JT and John.
Yeah.
That's the first time with James and John. Yeah. I've only started YouTube for about, the movie side of it, for about 4 months, and John recommended my channel. Not when I just about started doing the movie stuff, and I've been constantly replying to John's videos because I really do like his work. And JT, you were on Magpie Movies, weren't you, a couple of months ago?
Yeah, I was on livestream a few months ago,
Yeah, that was good fun. And I only recently know Andy from about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but I have been watching his videos, and he's a great guy.
Yeah.
And James been a constant person on the Big Paulie Chatty Movies with all his questions.
I'm going to say that's where I know James from as well.
Yeah.
I think it's funny because, everyone goes on about the community, and there's a community actually. And I think that if somebody sort of mentions you, you get brought into this community, and you sort of, everybody knows each other from Instagram and Facebook and everything. So, and from chatting on comments. So it's quite funny that even though we've never, it's the first time I've spoken to Pete, Jim, and Andy. I've spoken to James a lot on Instagram and Facebook even, but it's you kind of, even though, like I say, with Jim, it's the first time I've ever spoken to him face to face, but I've seen tons of things he's been either in or on or quizzes. So you do, even though you don't physically speak to somebody, you feel like you already know them, and it's quite odd that happens, but I do think it's great as well.
Yeah. No, it's really good, isn't it? And like I said, watching the videos and stuff like that, you know, obviously a huge fan of John's work and really grateful to John because, you know, much as I'm sure he's done with you guys as well, gave my channel quite a big boost in its early days, even though we started, I think, probably similar sort of times, really. But, you know, you giving me that welcome into the community really helped my channel to grow from, you know, 40-odd subscribers to, you know, I had over 100 in no time, and you know, it was largely because of your, you know, influence, that mate. So I'm very grateful for it.
To be honest, that's how I got into it as well. Somebody just sort of started shouting me out, and then I got into the groove, if you like it. So it's all about that. I don't think anyone's ever started off and not been just got into like the public eye without receiving these shout outs and these like helps, you know. And I think it's great that anybody who like sees another channel just say, oh, check out that one, and it gets you into the sort of foot in the door, and then you just crack on from then. And I think it's great that we are all doing that for each other, and why not, really, why not?
Yeah, I do like that. Like you say, it does feel like a genuine community, doesn't it? People look out for each other, and you know, it's all really supportive stuff. And like I wanted to do YouTube myself for the longest time, and one of the things that put me off doing it was thinking I'm going to get the absolute mick ripped out of me, and I don't know that I can handle people in the comments leaving me horrible feedback, and you know, find it really disheartening and stuff. And touch wood, I've not seen any of it, and everything that I've seen has been really, really supportive. And you know, if there's been any feedback, it's been constructive and, you know, well mannered, and it's you know, it's brilliant.
Yeah. I don't feel any sort of problems with it.
It does feel like one big family.
Yeah.
Plus, as well, you get to talk about cheese all the time, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Be better.
Well, that's what we all collect, isn't it? We're not movie collectors; we're cheese collectors.
That's right.
No,
that's the one.
Yeah, our hobby is eating cheese.
Are we sure this troll isn't Wallace?
Brilliant.
Cheese.
Wallace is not gold.
It's Wallace with too much time on his hands.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, I was going to make a really dark joke. Then I won't do
that. Anyway, Clark says, any of you guys a fan of Nightmare on Elm Street?
Oh,
I haven't seen any.
Yeah,
love them.
You haven't seen any? Wow.
No.
No, you're missing out. I mean, they're not all great, but most of them are very watchable.
Yeah.
1 and 3 for me.
1 and 3, yeah, 100%.
1 and 3, yeah.
And a cheeky bit of 7 as well.
I'm a big fan of 2, actually. I've liked 2 ever since I saw it. I just
I rewatched 2 a couple of months ago. It grew on me. It's not that bad. It's all right too, I think. Yeah.
But I haven't seen it for a long time.
It's not so bad either. But yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know the only one? Well, besides the remake that didn't happen, the only one that I'm not mad on is the 3D one, Freddy's Dead, with Breckin Meyer in it or whatever. Or the guy who's in all like the rom-coms in the 90s, and that one want out to write home about. But I liked all the rest. Love 3's probably my favourite horror movie.
3's good.
Yeah, 3 sort of takes it to that next level, creative wise. I think it really goes for it, and I just love that about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is really need to get into.
I would have to break for a quick toilet break, if you don't mind. I've just had me tea.
Yeah, feel free.
And I've been drinking water all day. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to quickly nip off and plug myself.
Yeah.
And if you see me shorts, I apologise. Right? Because I'm hoping I'm going to get away without the shorts getting seen. Okay, back in a moment.
Mate, don't worry. From the waist down, I'm in Batman pajamas, so it's all good.
Oh man.
Yeah, Pete, you definitely need to watch those movies, mate. I definitely would recommend it.
Yeah, I did see the box set in H&V last week. I was tempted because of the 20% off, but I didn't go for it. That and The Evil Dead. I've got the remake of The Evil Dead, but I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, the original trilogy of the Evil Dead movies are better than the remake. I mean, the remake wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't anything special. Yeah, it was one of them. With the, I mean, I suppose it depends what you're after for a collector's point of view. But if you're in HMV, have a look. If they've got the older print of the Elm Street box set, it's usually cheaper. But they've redone one, I think, that comes with like art cards and a booklet or something.
Had this one like a silver box with like claws coming out.
Yeah, I think that's the older one. But that's normally cheaper.
Like a hardback one, don't they?
Yeah,
with a slim case inside. I think that's about 35.
Yeah, so there's that one. I think the other one's normally about 20 quid. So I mean, if you're just interested in picking them up to have a mooch at them rather than collecting them, then go for the cheaper one. That's what I always.
Definitely worth having a look at, because I think one of the websites called Rare Waves actually had the box set for about 10 quid the other week.
Wow.
Which was pretty good.
Pretty cheap.
I'll tell you what, Pete. I'll have a look because I might have the first one twice on Blu-ray. If I do, I can send you it.
Oh, thanks ever so much, mate. Oh, Scotty Movies is here. Hi guys, hope you all well. Hi Scotty. Thanks for joining. Fantastic Dizzy says, what was all your purchases during the hour sale? Oh man. Way too much.
Mine here.
I would say too many to mention, but this was the latest one.
Oh, I got that the other week. I haven't seen it yet, but
I love that film. That's my favourite foreign film of all time.
I've not watched it yet, but I'm going to probably watch it week after next when I'm back from my holiday.
Yeah,
Mads Mikkelsen's a great actor. He does some really great stuff. Cool. What about you, Andy? What did you pick up?
I got something called The Baby, which I watched, which was really weird. But I did enjoy it for what it was. City of the Living Dead, haven't seen it yet. Not got a clue what it's about.
Brilliant.
And Burnt Offerings with Oliver Reed. Ooh. That's all I know about it.
Yeah.
So those last two I've not seen, but yeah.
I bought about 20 odd, I think. I've now got over 40 Arrow titles. I just went absolutely mad with it this time, but I don't know. It's better than paying full price.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You picked up quite a few, didn't you, John, the other day?
Well, I didn't get Bird with the Crystal Plumage in the sale. I just got that on pre-order. But I got Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Which it's not the Criterion one, it's a different one. It's like a cheaper version. But I tell you what a cast is in that movie. I didn't realize how many people are in it.
Sean Penn, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Forrest Whitaker as well.
Yeah, I know. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
What? Every time somebody else comes on, it's somebody else mega.
Yeah.
And you think then there's another mega person, but they're all kids. They're just starting off, and some of them can't even act. And you just think this is. I mean, Nicolas Cage is in it, but I think he's only in it. He's just standing in the background all the time with the blonde hair. It's nuts. But it's a good film.
Eric Stoltz is in it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look at some of these films from '80s and you see these big stars sort of like in small little, starting off.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's crazy.
What did you pick up?
Trip to the Moon.
I picked
film. So I got that. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. And also I got what was the other thing? I got Cradle of Fear, the sort of anthology movie. It was sort of like a very cheap one done in I'm going to say around about 2004, something like that, or 2001. But the picture quality on the Blu-ray is absolutely brilliant. Even though I think it was filmed on a camcorder, it looks pin sharp. I was expecting it to just look like trash, but looks really good. It was only £6, and I used to have it on DVD. It's one of those DVDs when you lent to somebody and you never get back.
Yeah.
I bet you've all been there, haven't you?
Yeah.
So I knew I had to get it, but when I saw it for £6, I thought I'm going to get it. So It's really gory, man. Have you seen it, Andy?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's really over the top.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, some of the gore in that is just really brutal. And the director did want to get the film banned, but he didn't get it banned, and he was annoyed that he didn't get it banned, which I think was quite good.
Yeah.
What about you, Jim?
Yeah, so I only picked 3 up this time, but I picked Old Boy up because I never had it, JSA, and 16 Candles. Yeah.
Ooh,
Cracking John
nice
Hughes film, that.
selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might get that one as well.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. The only John Hughes film I've seen is Ferris Bueller. That's the only one I've seen.
Brilliant.
Great. It's a great one, though.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Magpie Movie says, I'll have my tune top on playing footy, John. Gotta represent. Sad, I know.
I know you do. You'd always talk a big talk about Newcastle in the tune, but as you know, it's just a bit of a farce up there. So, I mean, we've got the season tickets. We'll go all the time, but my God, it's just. It could be so much more, but it's not. I mean, as Paul knows, we've always been the people who are just wanting rid of Mike Ashley. It's like a sort of never-ending story. Actually, he's just there, and you can't get rid of him. And as we're all up here in Newcastle, we just think, for God's sake, get lost.
Sorry.
Crack on. I had to drop that one in, Jim.
That's fine.
Cheers.
But I've got a good story to tell you about Never Ending Story, actually, Jim. Like, this is true.
Ooh.
When we used to work at a factory, and there was a guy I used to work with, and he was a big fan of Never Ending Story. I mean, we're all seeing it, but he used to, when a trio, when you shout a trio in the sea of, is it the Lake of Sorrow or something? When
the swamp.
Swamp of Sadness, isn't it? Yeah.
Swamp of
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a trio was a thing we used to shout at each other, but what we used to do was we got everybody into it. I don't think anybody knew what it was all about. So every time a machine went wrong, you would hear someone shouting a trio. So you would just be randomly walking around and you'd hear someone screaming a trio at the top of the lungs in the other part of the factory, and you think, all right, something's blown up. So that's a story for you there. So a trio was a big thing for when things went disastrously wrong. Yeah, there you go.
That's great.
Good story.
I had to tell you it. I knew I had to tell you it.
Cheers. Thanks, John.
No problem.
Ryan says, what is your favourite Arrow title? Who wants to start off then?
Yeah.
John? Or
I would have to say it's probably at the moment it's Demons 4K, the box set with Demons 1 and 2. It's just absolutely brilliant. It's something I was after for a long time, to see a really good version of Demons, even though Arrow had put it out, but they had the wrong soundtrack on it. So it was like the American cut, which I didn't like because I was used to having the European cut. So when they put it back on there with this amazing 4K, that sort of was my just like a sort of wish come true. So Demons for me.
James?
I'm going to say American Werewolf in London. I just love that release. All the extras on it. There's loads of documentaries on it as well. And there's a documentary on about the summer of 1982. All the films that got released in 82. I found that really interesting on there as well. So
Nice. What about you, James?
Do you know, I've really not dived into them that many. I've got quite a few. The one that stood out to me that I've liked the most that I've watched recently was Dressed to Kill, the Michael Caine, Brian De Palma one.
Yeah.
In fact, Andy, our mutual friend Mike was the one that recommended that to me.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He's like, oh, you've got to pick this. We were talking about me and my friend Phil have got a podcast, and we were talking about thriller films, and Mike sort of commented on one of our Twitter feeds or whatever that we should, have a chat about that one. So we did, and picked up the Blu-ray to have a watch of it, and really enjoyed that one. But yeah, I've picked up loads myself in the sale, but I haven't got around to watching a fair lot of them yet.
Same here. What about you, Andy?
I've got quite a few. Probably one that sticks out to me that really surprised me was The Last American Virgin.
Oh, what a movie!
Now, it's a typical sex teen comedy, I think, for the first half, but the second half, it just becomes a completely different film. It just has, it gets so serious and so dark. And the ending, it's a film with a pair of balls on it, let's just say that. It really, really has a very surprising ending.
I personally didn't think they were going to go that way at the ending. I'm not going to mention the ending. But you know, when you, like you say, you're watching a type of Porky's type of movie, and that's what you think you're going to get.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it changes, and it brings it. The reality comes into it.
Yeah.
And the whole last 10 minutes, I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Yeah,
so,
it's like shit gets real.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Brilliant film.
Yeah, but it's such a great. It's a shame it's out of print now. But it's because I saw it in CEX the other day. It was like 22 quid.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm lucky I picked that up when I did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it shows you.
Yeah.
For me, I'll probably say Old Boy. I really enjoyed that. That was such a great thriller and quite a great twist at the end. And I watched the first half of Battle Royale the other night, and that was really good.
Yeah,
probably watch
Battle
the
Royale,
second half probably tonight.
It's a great film,
tomorrow.
Battle Royale.
Oh, that
Great
was
film.
fantastic first half. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, really great.
You guys will probably throw up, but I bought the 5 Jurassic Park World films in 4K HDR Dolby Vision on iTunes today for a massive 15 quid. That's not too bad, actually.
That's all right.
That's good. 4K. Yeah.
Yeah, 4K. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. I mean, digital's all right if you can get them cheap like that. I wouldn't mind it, but some of the digitals, like on the iPhone shop, is like really expensive sometimes.
Yeah.
Paul's here. Hi, Paul. So, quick question: what's your favourite type of cheese? Only joking.
Wensleydale.
I like Applewood. What did you think of the new Ghostbusters trailer?
I loved it.
It was quite good. That was really good. It's so much better than like the Melissa McCarthy one. Really like the atmosphere to it.
I absolutely, I loved it, and like it actually made those films are like my childhood, and I actually felt a little bit emotional when they showed a quick glimpse of Annie Potts on the screen. I was like, I was so disappointed with the last one, and you know, I went into it wanting it to be absolutely fantastic, and it's not a whole like, it's not the original cast or anything like that, because obviously this one's not going to be either. Or at least leading it, you know, it was a bad film. But it sort of seems like it's one of those films where you have to be almost careful critiquing it, because people think you're just jumping on it's female fronted, so you don't like it because you're a bloke sort of thing. Yeah. No, it was just a bad film.
This one looks like it's going to be very special. I think they've done it right this time. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I'm really, really excited for this one, so I hope it doesn't let me down.
The little Stay Puft guys, I like them. I thought they were good.
Yeah, they look great. Yeah, because they put a little teaser out a few months ago, didn't they, with Paul Rudd's character, whoever he's going to play doing shopping, and they're running around the little supermarket with him, sort of thing. But yeah, I quite like it sort of feels like they're cashing in on the whole sort of Super 8, Stranger Things, sort of that sort of teenagers leading the sort of vibe that's going at the moment, sort of the Netflix sort of vibe. But they seem like they've done it well, and I quite like that it's original director's son, you know, so you sort of feel like it's sort of handing the reins to the next generation, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you'd like to think if anybody's going to get it, I think in November.
Oh, yeah, because it was going to come out last year, wasn't it? But it got delayed, didn't it?
Yeah.
Are you seen it, Jim?
Not really. No, I've seen the one with the little mini puffs. I ain't seen this one yet.
What about you, Andy?
I don't really like to let trailers get me excited or anything like that, because you know there is the danger of the film still being shit. But I'm interested where they're going with it. Yeah, But yeah, I do keep me reservations though, even with trailers. I always wait till I see the finish the film first, because we can be wrong and we can be right. But yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's a fair point. Is that because the
Yeah.
trailer for Batman versus Superman looked spectacular?
Yeah.
Look at the film.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you, John? Have you seen the trailer?
I haven't seen the trailer, no. And I don't know whether I'm gonna come clean about Ghostbusters. I don't like Ghostbusters. Can you believe it?
Fair play. Yeah.
It's fine. My parents don't
fair
like
enough.
it either.
I'll tell you why. I'll just tell you why. Because when it came out, it was one of those films when they said this is the best comedy you will ever see. So you go to the cinema,
Right.
and it's not the best comedy you ever see. It's not a bad film. Don't get us wrong. I have watched them quite a few times, but when it's come to like reviewing, like getting them on 4K and Blu-ray, I never wanted to. So I am interested. I will see the new Ghostbusters definitely, and this is the sort of icing on the cake. I do like the 2016 one a lot. Sorry.
Okay.
You're fine. It's good.
I don't often speak about that because you would say, right, that's everybody's going to unsubscribe to us and your channel's going to be banned and all that type of thing.
No. That's the beautiful thing about film, mate, is it's all subjective, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
But I'm not taking anything away from that. I do admit I do quite like Ghostbusters 2, actually, if I have to say. I used to watch that quite a bit. I just don't feel a need to revisit them because I think it's the same with Crocodile Dundee. That everyone said it's going to be the best film you ever see, and I just didn't like it. I didn't feel it was the best film. So that's one of them things where you don't go into the trailers as well, because the trailers might big it up, or some people might say the trailer's this. You're better off going in a bit blind. I might have liked them a bit more if they hadn't been built up so much, personally.
Yeah. The hype can kill a film.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
Can do, yes. Yeah.
Absolutely can.
Clark says, will any of you guys be picking up a Clockwork Orange on 4K?
Well, I know one
Yep.
person on the stream will be.
You sent me the link, didn't you? For that, yeah. And I was like, yep, I'll get that. Yeah, definitely day one purchase. No arguments on that one. Love the film.
I've never seen it before.
Oh, it's absolutely brilliant.
I'm thinking about getting the premium one because that looks like a nice little set.
Yeah, it's good. It's not bad at all. If you want to read the book, read the book. The book's only about 150 pages long. So it's a dead easy read. Although it's in Nadsat, it's not in English. It's in Teenage Slang of the Future, which is even better. You can't even understand the book. It's my favourite book. Because you're reading this book and you think, I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. Wow.
Right. Mackay Movie said it will be a day one purchase for him.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it will be for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Ryan said, I bought the first 3 of the Incredible Hulk from CEX the other day.
Nice. Is that I'm assuming the seasons, the Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno one, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I would probably think so,
Yeah.
I used to like them as a child.
I like them as well. Do you remember they did a movie afterward? They might have done a couple, I think, didn't they? But they did one where they teamed up with Daredevil.
Yeah.
And put him against Henry Davis playing the Kingpin. I always remember loving that. I'm pretty sure I've got that on DVD somewhere in amongst all of this lot.
Yeah, I used to, because I had the death of the Incredible Hulk, didn't I? They kind of ended it.
Yeah.
In a film, in one with Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that one. Like I said, the one I just mentioned with Daredevil's the one that sticks to mind for me. But I do remember watching that as a kid.
Yeah, I remember Daredevil. Yeah, it wasn't great, was it?
No.
Remember when he fought the Sasquatch? I think it was Andre the Giant, wasn't it? And that was a bit preposterous, but it was good fun. I used to love the show. Or am I thinking of the $6 Million Man? Always get them two mixed up, you know.
That was a good one as well. My old man used to have that one on when we were a kid. So it wasn't something I'd watch, but I remember it being on and remember enjoying it and stuff.
That was brilliant. Well, back in the day it was brilliant, mate. Watch it now, it might be trash. That can't happen.
I used to love the sound effect when he used to jump.
Yeah, and when he ran fast, he was slow.
Yeah.
And everyone just, have you seen how fast he's running? But he's running slower. I don't. But anyway, as kids, you used to buy anything, didn't you, on the telly?
Yeah.
All right.
Bristolian Dave says, do any of you watch much Asian cinema? If so, what are your favourites? John?
Trying to think of favourites. Well, obviously, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan. You know, that they're just obvious. You know, I do like. There's a really obscure martial artist called. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Billy Chong. Has anyone ever heard of Billy Chong?
No.
Perhaps I have.
I think he only made about 4 films, but they're really good. But he's just like a Jackie Chan clone. He's really good.
Yeah.
The films he had out, but you can't buy any of them. Of course you can't. And also these all the ones that are coming out maybe now that are quite popular and well known. You know, these kind of I'm going to say like Ip Man. Ip Man's one of my favorites as well. I love that trilogy, quadrilogy. Yeah. So kung fu martial arts. Yeah, I'll watch anything with anybody in.
What about you, JT?
Yeah, I'm probably much the same as John, like the Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee stuff. I really do have a soft spot for Jackie Chan, and spent a lot of the first lockdown actually going through a lot of his sort of like Hong Kong cinema, sort of late 70s, early 80s, before he made the jump to Hollywood sort of films like, you know, Police Story, Project A, and all that sort of stuff, and some absolutely fantastic films in there. There's some garbage as well, but you know, it's a great series of films to run through. It's something I've been meaning to delve into a bit more, is Asian cinema, and like it might seem a bit obvious, but Parasite was the sort of the you know, the thing that sort of tipped me off to thinking, actually, do you know what? There's a whole wealth of films here that I need to say. I picked up the Host, the other one that Bong Joon-ho's done recently, well, in the last 10 years or so.
That looks like a good one.
Yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm sort of, like I said, probably mostly the kung fu stuff coming out of China, and that's the sort of stuff that I've watched. But like the Korean, Japanese stuff, I need to delve into a bit more. There's a lot of J horror stuff that I don't mind, that I watched when I was a teenager, like, you know, Shutter and The Ring and things like that. You know.
I like Japanese movies. I like Japanese movies a lot. I'll spend a bit of time on a Japanese movie. I don't know why, but I'm just seem to be drawn to them. Doesn't matter what they are. There could be swordplay. There could be like kung fu elements, or there could be just like gangsters or anything. I just think that Japanese movies are just unique, and I think they're really, and of course Godzilla as well.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, wow, we're not even talking about Godzilla, but he's massive, isn't he, in Asian cinema?
Yeah,
definitely. What about you, Andy?
No, it's something I need to delve into. I've only seen bits and bobs here and there, like, and I sort of touched the surface with Jackie Chan. Like, I watched Police Story for the first time last year. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Yeah, I've also got the Japanese version of Ring as well. I love that film. I think it's so good.
I've got a box set, but I haven't seen it yet. Like everything.
It's the curse of being a collector, mate, isn't it?
Yeah. You think you're getting somewhere with one area, and then someone says, "Oh, have you seen this area?" And you're like, "Oh my god, I've got to get into that now."
I know. You're right.
What about you, James?
No, I've not really seen much. That's something I've never really seen any Jackie Chan films or anything really. I've seen JSA, and I'm going to see Old Boy next. So,
yeah,
I picked that up in the sale. So that went for $7.99 in HMV, and then when Arrow had the sale on, they put it up to $9.99. So
yeah,
I saw that actually. I saw it went up because I was going to pick it up myself.
Yeah. For me, I'll probably say Parasite was the film that got me into Asian cinema. It was a really good film. Totally unexpected. Really quite like that. I've got quite a lot of like Japanese and Korean films, but again, I haven't seen them all. But Battle Royale was really quite good. Well, the half I've seen of it so far.
Did you know in Parasite, did any of you know what it was about before you went into it? I didn't know anything about that film, which I thought was better.
Yes, I know. I've seen like loads of reviews for it and trailers.
I didn't know anything.
Really enjoyed it. I didn't expect what was going to happen. But
No,
the
that's
end
the best part.
you know, after that, the sort of the reveal, if you like, at the end of the second act. Did anybody see that coming?
No.
No, it blew me away as well. Like I don't want to do spoilers, but you know the scene, don't you, where the character goes downstairs and there's the door, and it's like, I was like, what? And like the music changes and everything. It's like, you know, for a few scenes, the tone of the whole film just completely changes, doesn't it? From this sort of like almost like cheeky drama / comedy sort of thing to a.
It's such a brilliant mix of different genres. It pulls it off fantastically.
Yeah.
It just keeps you hooked. Keeps you hooked from second one. Just,
I mean, honestly,
it doesn't get boring at all.
I thought probably I wouldn't be into it, but it didn't bother me. 5 minutes in, I was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same as well. And there aren't many films where I do revisit things, but there aren't many things where I'll revisit something a week later.
No.
And we watched it, did me and our lass, and then we were sort of stuck for something to watch tonight. And I went, do you know what, Laura? I says I could watch Parasite again. And she was the same. She's not really a film buff at all. I don't know what any of yours partners are like, but you know, like she just likes her rom-coms and her zombie movies, and that's about it, really. And then, you know, I'll put subtitled Japanese film on or whatever, or some artsy German thing or whatever, and she's like, oh no, I'm not watching any of that. But even she was like with Parasite, yeah, let's get that on again.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
definitely. We have Peter Blu-ray Bullet Brit here. You top left, love you as Loki. What an awesome bunch of people. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, right,
dude. Stand in Silence. Harry Potter films, really?
Okay.
LVS says Pete Blu-ray Bullet Brit.
Yeah.
Bristolian Dave says I wasn't subbed to a few reviews. That has now been corrected. Brilliant.
Cool.
I'm sub to Bristolian Dave, I'm sure.
Oh, he's a great guy. He makes some great stuff.
Yeah.
Phil 4K Baker says, what's your most anticipated 4K release?
Well, it'll probably never happen, but The Abyss.
Well, yeah, he's got to release that one, hasn't he? He can't, because I know he's got the hump about True Lies, but he can't have the hump about The Abyss. I mean, there's nothing in that he. Because do any of you think that, you know, when he did Terminator 2, and it was like panned because he did a lot of DNR in it, and everyone was like, they looked a bit waxy, the features, and I think because he got a bit of because he was involved with that, and I think he had a bit of a backlash on it. So I think he's like spat his dummy out a bit and thought, well, I'll not put anything else out just to like spite you. I do believe that's part of the reason.
100%, John. Yeah, absolutely. Because it did get an absolute slate in that release, didn't it? Yeah. But he's got it involved in, I think it's all his Fox contracts that he has the sign off on any home media releases, which is why whenever like Aliens or T2 or even The Abyss and True Lies has come out, they've always come out in these like big fancy editions on video and on DVD. Yeah. Is because he gets involved, but he's that fascinated with his Avatar nonsense that's going on at the moment.
Oh yeah, there's several of them coming, isn't there? Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's filming them all back to back. No, the Abyss is one of my favourite films, like ever. And I actually reached out to they have actually done the colour grading for the film, yeah, the guy that had done it had put some stuff on Instagram, so I sort of reached out to him, and he never got back to me personally, but he put a follow-up post on his Instagram basically sort of saying, yeah, this is going on, and put like a screen grab from the title sequence of it on. So it is ready to go, but it just must needed to sign it off. So I wonder whether or not we might get it next year when Avatar 47 or whatever it is comes out. So.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
What about you, Jim?
Yeah, I ain't got 4K. I don't
Same
have 4K.
here, I haven't got 4K.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy?
Same. I don't do 4K at all, unfortunately.
What about you, John?
Well, Clockwork Orange, obviously, because that's the one I've been after for a long time. It's the 50th anniversary, so it's got to come out. So another one that I never really thought much about, but after seeing it, I thought this would. I know it looks good on Blu-ray, but it's got to look amazing on 4K. Is going to be Barry Lyndon. If they're doing all his other films, the next one that should come out in the sort of the anniversary one would be Lolita, because that's 63. So that's due, I think, but I don't know if that's got the fan base that Barry Lyndon's got.
Yeah.
Because Lolita is a very strange subject, although the film is absolutely amazing. But I can't see it being a big seller. But they're all releasing all of his films. He only ever made 16 films, so it's not as if they can't. It's not like a huge amount of movies. So, but Barry Lyndon for me, if they get that out, I'll be more than happy.
That's on the HMV premiums, isn't it,
Yeah.
Barry Lyndon? I've been thinking I'm in an hour about that one as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It really is.
Blu-ray bullet for it says Bristolian Dave rocks. It certainly does.
Yeah.
Jules is here. Hello, boys.
Hi,
How are
Jules.
you all?
Hello, Jules.
Yep.
All good.
Hello,
We're doing
Jules.
quite well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jules.
All good here, thank you.
Pete says Aliens 4K.
I saw something on a site. I think that's coming this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard that. Yeah.
I think Big Paulie put it up on his page, didn't he, yesterday?
That might be where I saw. I'm sure it was in one of the groups, but yeah, there was like an artwork TBC sort of screenshot or something. To be fair, the Blu-ray of that looks fantastic. Me and our lass over Christmas and New Year just gone watched all the 4 Alien films again, and it still holds up. Does the Blu-ray?
Yeah, it's all right.
So that was one of the ones. Oh, sorry.
You go ahead. You're fine. You're totally
No, I was
fine.
going to say, when Blu-ray came out, that was one of the ones, wasn't it, that was quite late to the party, was the Alien series, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was
There was
actually.
sort of talk about whether or not it would ever come out past DVD, so...
Yeah.
Stand in Silence says Ryan Paul Blood Rage, of course.
All right. Okay.
When's
That's an
the
Arrow
one-
release. That.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arrow. Yeah. It's a good film, actually.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Blood Rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do your quiz, Jim?
I was just about to say that. Yeah, should we make a
'cause it's
start?
coming up to half.
Shall I get the old book out?
Yeah, got all the papers here.
You got your pens and paper ready? Are you going to
I'm
mark?
excited
So
for this.
what we do? Yeah. So what we'll do? I'll read all the questions out, and then at the end, I'm going to reread the question out, and then you put the answer. Is that right, Pete? Is that how we did it last week?
I don't know. I think you just reread it twice and then we just put it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, you read the question twice and then we answered. Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah, that's right, Andy.
Yeah.
Right then, should we make a start then? Ready?
Yeah.
Question. So we've got 10 on general knowledge to start.
Okay.
Right, and so we've got question 1. Who played Mrs. Robinson in The Graduate?
Right.
I did say it was going to be hard this week, Pete.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
think I'm
putting
wrong,
any
but-
random name. I think I've got it completely wrong.
I know a face, but I'm just wondering if I think I've got the wrong name. But yeah.
I'm the same, John. I can see her, but I can't.
Yeah.
Do I get half a point?
I just keep thinking of the
Hang on.
song Mrs. Robinson.
Nah, full name.
Definitely coming to
We're
us.
gonna be mean.
Because I know we're in a different film, but never mind. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question 2. In The Little Mermaid, what animal is Sebastian? Question 3. Who wrote the novel A Clockwork Orange?
Oh.
Question 4. In Anchorman, which character says milk was a bad choice? That's in Anchorman. Which character says milk was a bad choice?
Well, I'm doing terribly so far.
Same here.
Question 5. What was the first movie Ben Affleck directed?
Oh, no.
Right, question 6. In which movie does Liam Neeson play a mortician? In which movie does Liam Neeson play a mortician?
I'm going to guess with that one.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
worth a
me
guess.
too.
Yeah.
It's worth a guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Question
Question 7. What is Alicia Silverstone's character called in Clueless?
Never seen.
I can't even hazard a guess. Can't.
Wow.
You've really upped your game this week. It's
Question
even
8.
harder than last week. Oh, man.
Question 8. Which actress made her movie debut in The Mask? Question 9. Which actor directed Three Men and a Baby?
I can see him.
And question 10. What is Iron Man's nickname for Thor? What is Iron Man's nickname for Thor? And that's your 10 on general knowledge.
Are those the easy ones?
I was just going to say, crikey.
I hope they get easy from now on. I hope they were the really hard ones.
So the next ones, I've got 5 questions, and I've got 5 on.
Before you do, let me show you this.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's brilliant.
Wow. So the next 5 questions are going to be on James Bond.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Oh,
But
just give the points to JT now.
Yeah.
right, immediately.
Watch
Right,
me
so
go
what
all
it is-
wrong now.
So what you got to do, I'm going to name the song from the James Bond film, and you just got to name the artist.
All right, okay.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So I'm going to name the song, and you just got to name who sings it. Right, and we're going to have a nice, easy one to start with, Skyfall. And number 2, we got License to Kill. Number 3, The World Is Not Enough.
Mm.
Number 4, For Your Eyes Only. And number 5, Tomorrow Never Dies. And that's your 5 on Bond. And I've got 5 more to finish off. So I'm going to name you 3 films, and you've just got to name the release date that was released in the UK. So I'll name you 3 films, just put a date. Pete knows how it goes. Right.
Yeah.
We wanted
So
a year,
first-
we wanted literally a full day
Yeah.
of like
No,
Just a
just
year,
a
innit?
year. You're all right.
Yeah.
Just a year.
Yeah, just a year. So the first 3, so you got The Shallows, Batman versus Superman, and Independence Day Resurgence. Regurgence.
Very good.
Oh, we die at that one.
Regurgence, yeah. Number 2, Kramer versus Kramer, Rocky 2 and Quadrophenia.
Oh, I think that's right.
Okay. And number 3, Evolution, Vanilla Sky and Mean Machine. Number 4, The Running Man, Batteries Not Included and Overboard. And number 5, Eyes Wide Shut, American Pie and Galaxy Quest.
What a film Galaxy Quest is.
And that,
Yeah. Good film.
and that's all your questions. It weren't too tough, was it?
Oh, about that.
Well, it certainly is tough.
That first
You
round
know,
made me question how much of a film fan I actually am.
Right. Should we go through the answers then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
go for it.
how do you want to do it, Pete? Yeah, do you want to do it?
Do you want to say your answers, guys, or do you want James to answer for it?
You can say the answers.
It's all right. You say your answers. You say,
Yeah, fair the
Yeah.
answers.
Yeah, good.
and I'll say if you're right at the end. Okay.
All right.
Go on
Oh,
then.
man.
Who's going first? Go on, Pete. Let's have a look what you
Audrey Hepburn.
got. What you got, JT?
I didn't get a full name, so I just put Anne.
Okay. What did you get, John?
Well, I was struggling. I've got a name, but I don't think it's right. But I think that the person who did it was also Mel Brooks' wife.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't get a name, so I've got Kathleen, but it's not right. So
What did you put, Andy?
Anne Bancroft.
Well
Yes.
done, Andy. Andy's got it. Well done, mate.
you know, it's definitely when you hear it, you know it. But yes,
Yeah.
I've been thinking about
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yeah.
So was half
Right
right.
then, what did you put? Yeah. What did you put for number 2? What animal is Sebastian in A Little Mermaid?
Lobster.
I put lobster.
I put crab.
What did you?
I put crab.
It was a red Jamaican crab. Yeah, it was crab.
Oh,
Very close though with lobster.
Yeah. So, question 3: Who wrote the novel A Clockwork Orange?
Stanley Kubrick.
What did
I
you put,
I
JT?
know it's wrong, and I know John's going to hate me, but I put Philip K. Dick.
Anthony Burgess.
What did you put, Andy?
Anthony Burgess.
Yeah, well done, John and Andy. Yeah,
My favourite book, so I should know that one.
yeah,
I need to have
Questions?
more questions like that.
yeah. I'll just do one on Clockwork Orange next door.
That's it, yeah.
That's it. Question 4: In Anchorman, which character says milk was a bad choice?
Ron Burgundy.
I
What
put
did you
Ron
put,
Burgundy
JT?
as well.
I put Ron.
What did you-
I put brick.
Oh, it was Ron, John.
Oh,
It was Ron.
honestly. I like that film as well. I really do like it.
Question 5: What was the first movie Ben Affleck directed?
I just put Argo.
Gone, baby, gone.
What did you put, John?
Argo.
What did you put, Andy?
Gone baby gone.
It was Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah.
Well done.
I nearly went with The Town, and then I remembered that one.
Yeah, I did. I nearly did that. Yeah. Yeah.
Question 6: In which movie does Liam Neeson play a mortician? What did you put, Pete?
I put Schindler's List.
I put the same.
What did you put?
I put
What did you put, John?
behind the tombstones. I don't even know if that's a real name for anything. It's the only thing I think of.
What did you put, Andy?
I took a stab at this. Is it Kinsey?
No, it was Afterlife. Afterlife.
Never would have got
yes.
that. A Walk Among the
That looks
Tombstones,
good,
that one you're thinking of,
Walk
John.
Among the Tombstones,
Yeah.
And he just plays another Taken type character in that one, doesn't he? It's one of them
Yeah, it's
directed.
one of those
Yeah.
Taken
Yeah,
I thought the tombstones. I thought it could be something to do with the mortician, but yeah,
you know, it's where my mind went at first, but I seem to remember him being like an ex-copper alcoholic or something in that one. He's a sex therapist in Kinsey.
all right.
Yeah.
He's playing the guy. There's the have you ever heard of the Kinsey scale thing, like the where you
Yes,
are on the hetero
I have
to
heard that one. Yeah,
homosexual scale. He's the guy that came up with that. It's a biopic.
yeah, I do know when you say that. Yeah,
At least none of us said Phantom Menace.
you never know.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right, question 7. What is Alicia Silverstone's character in Clueless?
I put Sharon.
What did you
I ain't
guess?
got a clue.
Sharon. What did you put, JT?
I haven't got a clue, so I just wrote down Jenny O'Clueless.
How about you, John?
Well, I'm clueless because I haven't got a clue. I don't know. I couldn't think anything.
Not Scooby Doo. Not Scooby Doo.
Not a Scooby Doo.
No.
Right. It was Cher. Cher.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Question 8. Which actress made her movie debut in The Mask?
Cameron Diaz.
What did you
Cameron
put,
Diaz.
JT? John?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. Yeah.
Yeah, well done, guys. 4 points. Question 9. Which actor directed Three Men and a Baby? What did you put, Pete?
I just put Tom Selleck.
I put Tom Selleck as well, but I don't think it's right.
Yeah, what did you put, John?
Well, I was thinking about one of the actual people that were in the Three Men and a Baby, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's someone like, and I could be completely wrong with this. And I've got his name in my head, and I'm gonna. I think it's the fella who was in not Three Men and a Baby. What's it called? When Harry Met Sally. But I can't think of his name.
Billy
What
Crystal.
did you put? Yeah, what did you put,
Yeah.
Andy?
Leonard Nimoy.
Andy's got it. It was Leonard Nimoy.
Oh,
See, when you say it, Andy, I know it. I know it.
Yeah.
Can you not say them out? You know when we're doing it, can you not say them out loud?
Yeah.
And finally, question 10. What is Iron Man's nickname for Thor?
Meatloaf. That's all I thought. Meatloaf.
I think it's Reindeer Games.
What did you put, John?
I didn't put anything. I didn't know.
I just put Thor.
No. Point Break. Point Break.
Point Break. Oh, of course.
Point Break. And JT's favourite round coming up next, full marks.
Yeah, just give the marks to JT. That's
Yeah. So what did you get for the first one? Skyfall.
Adele.
Adele.
Well done. What did you get for License to Kill?
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
No, nothing for me.
Yeah, Gladys Knight.
Durand. I've got it mixed up.
Oh, Gladys Knight. What did you put for The World Is Not Enough?
Same as the film, Garbage.
Good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
garbage. Yeah.
I got nothing. I got nothing for that one. Even though I like garbage.
Yeah.
Question for your eyes only.
Sheena Easton.
Sheila Easton.
Yeah. Sheena Easton. Tomorrow Never Dies.
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, Sheryl Crow. Well done.
No, nothing for me.
And the last round, the 3 films I asked you first with The Shallows, Batman vs Superman, Independence Day, Resurgence.
2016.
What did you put?
2016.
What did you put, JT? John?
2016, yeah.
2017.
2016.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah. The second one, Kramer versus Kramer, Rocky 2, and Quadrophenia.
1979.
79.
Yeah, 79, yeah.
79.
79. Well done. Well done. The third one, Evolution, Vanilla Sky, and Mean Machine.
2002.
I went
What, you put
2000. I'm not sure.
John?
2003.
Yeah, I said 03.
2001.
Oh,
I think you all got around that area.
yeah.
Yeah.
We should all get a point for that because we're all just
In the general area.
we need a point. Yeah.
Question 4. The Running Man battery's not included in Overboard.
I'll put 1986.
I went
JT?
87. 87 for me.
87.
87.
Yeah, 87. Well done. 87.
Yeah.
And the last one, Eyes Wide Shut, American Pie, and Galaxy Quest.
I'll put 98.
I went
JT?
99. 99 I went, but I'm feeling I'm wrong.
John?
99. 99.
99.
Well done. 99. 99. There you go. So time to add up your scores then, see how you've done. See how you got on.
Wow. This won't take long. I don't think I'm going to win, put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think I am either, mate.
No, nor am I. No, I think Andy's
It's not
gonna
the winning, it's the taking part.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
That's it, you're right.
Absolutely right.
Has everybody topped up their scores?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first. I got 7.
7. Okay.
I got 12.
12.
Right.
John?
Cool.
I got 8.
Well,
Right.
well done. Andy
And
got
6.
20.
16.
16. Brilliant.
He's like the champion. He's carrying
Thanks.
on.
Oh,
Well
he
done,
is.
mate.
Every single week he's doing
I knew as
brilliant.
soon as,
Every
as soon as I
week.
knew Andy was coming on, I thought, I know I'm not going to come first. for that one.
Oh, brilliant. That's great fun. Thanks again, James.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. That was
No
brilliant.
worries. No worries. I love
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's always fun doing these
You're just going to
quizzes.
have to make them
Yeah.
easier.
I will next week.
I tell you what you do, James. What you've got a great thing of doing is you seem to put the questions out that everyone seems to know the answer, but they just don't know the name or the year.
Yeah.
And everyone's thinking, "Oh, I know that one."
Yeah.
And I knew a few of them, but I thought I just couldn't pull them out. So you've got a good knack for doing that, mind.
You should be writing questions for the Chase and other quiz shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
There you go.
Yeah.
Back to the comments then. Richard is back and he says, I much prefer physical media, as with films you buy that are streamed, downloaded, they are never truly yours forever. I'm worried that not everyone knows that. Someone in America tried to sue Amazon for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely physical media for me. You've got to keep with it. Plus, a lot of films now are like being cut, aren't they? So you're not going to get the true original vision. So that's why.
Yeah.
physical
It's
media is
the
better.
whole, isn't it, that the companies buy licenses, and when those licenses expire, then the rights do too. And like, I mean, I've downloaded stuff before digitally, and it's not even like a file that you get to your computer. Like when I've done it with the iTunes one, I've not done it for a few years, mind, so it might have changed. But when I did Batman versus Superman, when that came out, and it was like a link sort of thing, and what it downloaded to my iTunes actually had to be connected to the internet to play, and sort of, it's now an expired license sort of thing. But yeah, like you say, you don't truly own it, do you? And I mean, with Netflix and Amazon, and then there's HBO, and there's Sky, and there's now TV, there's
Too many
Disney
streaming
Plus and whatever.
services. Too many.
But I reckon in a few years it'll end up like what Sky TV and Virgin TV is now, where you'll pay a company a premium to have access to all of these different streaming things.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
The only sort of digital ones I do is like the ones where you get the digital codes for the films. I have about 100 of them, but I wouldn't never pay for digital.
No. I pay for Sky Movies, but I know that I'll not be. The worst thing about Sky Movies is, say, for instance, some film comes out like a sequel, like say Quiet Place 2 came out, and you say to yourself, "Oh, I'll just download Quiet Place 1 on Sky Movies," because you pay for your Sky Movies package. And they always seem to, when the second one comes out, they put it on there for $7.99 or $9.99. You think, I'm not paying you for anything, because it's been on there for free for a while.
Yeah.
And you just think, if they put it on there as a movie, they should be free, because you're paying your subscription anyway. You shouldn't have to pay for another movie, especially an older movie.
Capitalize on the popularity.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely, yeah.
What about you, Jim?
Yeah, like you say, like you guys, I'm just big into collecting. I don't get digital copies or anything. I've got Amazon Prime and Netflix and that, but like you, I just prefer having physical. It's like my wife with books. My wife just goes mad for books, and she goes, "Why do you collect films?" I say, "It's the same reason you collect books. Just the way it is."
Yeah. Have you seen them digital codes in Tesco? Absolutely stupid.
They're on a little card.
They annoy me, like the gift card type things.
They're stupidly expensive. They got a Fast and Furious set there for about 70 quid. But you can buy the Blu-ray box set for about 25, I should think. It's unbelievable.
Stupid.
But I've never seen nobody buy them. Never seen nobody buy them.
I didn't even know they existed.
I think it's like a Tesco exclusive thing at the moment.
Yeah, I think it is. Because they had Peter Rabbit in yesterday, digitally, but I never found a Blu-ray
not
copy
out till
of it.
next week, is it?
Yesterday.
I think, didn't Big Paulie or somebody, was it Kermit, come across it in HMV early?
Paulie did.
Yeah.
But I went into another HMV today and they said, no, it's out next week. So they must have put them out early.
Somebody will be in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because sometimes in HMV they do have the stock in the back, and literally the fella could say, I could go through there and pick it out and give it to you, but I can't because I get the sack. If you're walking out the shop on a Sunday, say on a Sunday night you go and you feel like saying, that amazing movie that's going to come out tomorrow, can I just buy it off you now? Says no.
No. They normally put them out about half an hour before they close, don't they?
Yeah.
Because my local Morrison's are bugger for that. They had like Frozen 2 weeks before it come out on Blu-ray, Frozen 2. And they were selling it last year. I couldn't believe that.
Really?
Quite a few films. I got Wonder Woman about 3 days earlier from there. They always seem to put the films out on a Friday afternoon, which is strange.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that job of peeling all these $7.99 stickers off the arrows and replacing them. That must be an annoying job, yeah.
Oh, I did actually work in HMV Core about 5 or 6 years ago as a Christmas temp, only for about a week or two.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't mind putting the stickers on. I thought it was quite therapeutic.
All right.
I didn't mind it.
Do you enjoy like organising your own collection though? Because I reckon I'd probably quite enjoy putting the stuff away, because I find it really therapeutic, like putting them on all away.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something you enjoy, isn't it? You're sorting out films, so yeah, you're gonna enjoy it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Your brother's back here. Simon
Hello.
says, if you were to make a film, what kind would it be? Horror, action, etc. And who would you have play main parts?
Good question.
That's a very good question.
That's a really good
I told you he's pushing it this week.
He is very good at questions, just like you.
Yeah. It's in the family.
Do you want to start off again?
Well, I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a proper gritty British film, because as you know, I like British films. Apart from Never Ending Story, British is my main thing. So I'm gonna say a proper, like a British drama film kind of thing. And I obviously have Stephen Graham in, definitely. Probably have Phil Daniels. Yeah, Phil Daniels in as well, definitely. That'd be like my dream film. But yeah, I'm going to say a British film with Stephen Graham and Phil Daniels. So yeah.
What about you, Andy?
I don't know really. I'd say someone who like really inspired me with the film he makes and he writes. I just really got into a kick of watching like a lot of his films. Was Woody Allen. I just love some of his stuff. I just think it's so grounded. His dialogue's brilliant, and the movies he makes are just great. He just has some really great characters and the stuff he does. And I would probably love to make something like that.
Nice. What about you, John?
Well, actually, Andy, that's the first time I've heard anybody really talk about Woody Allen.
Yeah.
But he seems to be at the moment pretty much shunned because of this.
This,
you know,
the ugliness of what's going on.
Yeah, but I don't buy into it too much because I was quite like there in '92 when it was all sort of kicking off. And it was very much like Mia Farrow was like a woman scorned, and I think that's what's happened, you know, all the way through this whole thing, and it's tarnished his career a bit because I was I still am a massive Woody Allen fan, but I do think that he makes unique films, as you know, and the stories that he puts into his films are so good and it's so different. I know that they look the same because Woody Allen's playing parts in it. All the people in the movies sound like Woody Allen. But to me, I rate him highly. But if I had to make a movie and with James there, the whole British contingent that are coming through with Stephen Graham, Paddy Considine, also what's he called? Jason Statham. I think if you put him in there, because I know he does some daft action films, but I think he's a really solid actor when he has the right part. So I think if you get a really big, old school, like, you know, like the sort of Expendables, but put all the big heavy hitters of the British.
That sounds like a
sounds really good.
So if you can make an ensemble piece with all of them lot in the whole lot, you know, the true. I mean, the acting is just next level. So I think if you were to get that together in a sort of, and I would say a sort of grim British drama with shades of horror in it, I think that would appeal to me.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
You know, I don't know. I always really like in films the sort of like the passing the torch sort of trope and the, you know, like old sort of hero or old mentor character training up the next generation sort of thing, like, you know, Mask of Zorro or something like that, or, you know, but I'd also really like to make like a really gritty thriller about like an unsolved, you know, serial killer, or maybe combine the two. Have a detective training up an incoming detective trailing after a killer that's been on the loose for 30 years or something, you know, but sort of like, I suppose, like a bit not the same, but maybe like a bit like what Fincher did with Zodiac.
Yeah.
I was going to say a similar thing to you. Probably have like a bit of like a sci-fi element to it. Probably set it in the future. Probably. I wouldn't mind like a thriller murder mystery. That'd be quite cool.
Cool.
Next up, we have Richard. For removing an item they owned, what are all your thoughts on this, please? Thanks.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't quite get.
I'm a bit
previous
confused. Could you elaborate, please, Richard?
I'm just going to take the laptop downstairs if you don't mind.
Okay,
no problem.
Going to bed
You're
now.
completely fine. Oh my word, we've got hordes of comments.
Are we really behind, Pete?
Quite a bit, but I think a lot of it is like answers to the questions.
Okay.
Watch us fall down the stairs.
Oh no, don't.
No.
That'll be something for the stream, you know. Oh, you went down the stairs.
Well, we're having a tour of your house.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's like cribs, isn't it?
Cribs, yeah. I'll show you the garden then.
Show us the car and what's in the fridge, John.
Look, it's been raining out there. Can't believe it.
Yeah, we've had rain here. Yeah.
It's rained a little bit, but it's still dry here.
Yeah, it stopped now, but it chucked it down this afternoon while I were out, so it were nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh,
Right. That's it. I'm in situ.
brilliant, man. Right. Stand in Silence says yes, physical media all the way. Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%.
We've got next week's guest, Slayer Reviews. Evander's here. Hi,
Hello,
guys.
Evander.
Hi, Evander.
Hello, Wanda.
Hope you're doing
Good
well.
lad. I right like his channel and his videos. Great lad.
Oh, he is a great guy.
Yeah.
I don't live too far away from him. Hopefully, we'll probably meet up in Norwich one day and have a little Blu-ray hunt. That'd be awesome.
Cool.
Clark says, favourite tea bag? I have Yorkshire tea and I'm interested to see what you guys have.
Yorkshire.
I quite like breakfast tea and I quite like the ginger tea. Like the infused teas are quite nice. Does any of you guys want to talk about tea bags?
Coffee drink all the way. Sorry, guys. I'm a coffee drink all the way.
Yeah, coffee
Yeah.
for me.
I don't do hot drinks.
Oh, there you go.
You don't
Don't do hot drinks at all, no. Don't drink
Yeah.
tea or coffee, and I don't drink alcohol, so, yeah.
Neither
No,
do
I
I,
don't
mate.
drink alcohol. I've
Yeah.
never drunk at all.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
No.
Yeah.
Bottle of
No,
squash for me.
Yeah,
That'll do.
or water for me.
if I
Jill
get
says,
tea, it'll be
shouts.
proper boring.
Yeah.
It's always just like PG tips or Yorkshire tea or something like that. You know? I'm never one of these like Earl Grey or peppermint or whatever or fancy job. It's not my cup of tea. Oh,
No.
see what
Jill says, Dudley.
Lovely.
Standing Silent. Mondo John's and Michael Keane's videos are the best ones about film collecting as far as I know. There's a bunch of close seconds, mine.
About film collecting.
Yeah. Yours and Michael Keane's.
Right. Michael Keane, I think he's an American fellow, isn't he? I think I'm subscribed to
I
him.
never heard of him.
I'm just going to say
Yeah,
I'm not
it's,
familiar with Michael.
No. If it's the one I'm thinking of, he's pretty good actually. He does some excellent. What do you do? Like straight reviews of movies. But it's quite good. I don't know if it's the same fella. But I don't know. I think he's an American guy.
Right.
I'll tell you what. There's some amazing. I just like when you see somebody talking about film collecting, and I like to see everybody's take on it, because sometimes you can either learn things or you can say
Definitely.
that's a great way of doing it, or some others say I do this and you think, well, I think I'll start doing that. So I think everybody takes a little bit of a notice of everybody else's stuff and say that sounds like a good thing to go for. I mean, I know that for the longest time I used to go into charity shops and I give them the wildest berth because they were just going from bad to worse around my area. But recently, since I've been watching Jim's channel, it's made me think, hang on a minute, I think I need to get back into this charity shop thing, although the ones in my area are absolutely hopeless in my town. So I'm going to do a couple in Newcastle and just see what they are, because when I see you pulling out some of the stuff for like 10s and 20 pence, I'm thinking, wow, there's some pretty decent stuff out there. And I've never been lucky enough, not recently. I used to be quite lucky with VHS. I used to get loads of VHS in their charity shops, some really good ones as well, some really expensive ones. But I fell out of that massively. But then again, with watching Jim, it's made me sort of think, right, I think I need to sort of take a bit of a mooch in there. So it just shows
it's worth having a look.
Yeah.
It's worth just popping in. You never know, do you? You might have some luck one day. You might go in and find 4Ks and stuff. You never know.
It's a bit like Poundland. You never know what you're going to get, but Poundland is pretty awful now.
Well, Poundland used to be the place to be, but it's
definitely
hopeless now, man. It's absolutely hopeless.
Yesterday, I did pop into one and spoke to the manager, and apparently they are due to have them, but they haven't been in. Apparently, there's a problem with the shipments or something. Do they get them from abroad?
God knows.
thought
I
they
don't know
get
how.
from Music
I don't know how they can physically get movies, especially because I was in One Below the other day, and I got that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen that.
Now
I've seen that in there.
Yeah, but it might be hopeless. It's one of the ones where you think, well, it might be rubbish. I do like Zac Efron for some reason. I think he's quite good as a sort of in comedy films. But you think for £1, why not? It's got a nice slip on it. But you think, how on earth can anybody make any sort of money off that? They must be making pennies off it.
It's like me and Pete.
Don't they? I think
a lot of it is liquidated stock.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly that. Yeah, like HMV will sell off stuff, or Amazon, or whoever, or Zappos will sell stuff off that they've not shifted.
Yeah,
and so they make their money, don't they? Like say buying the liquidated stock,
or the supermarkets because they have hordes of it, and I think a lot of it just goes back.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, Pete, we found some 101 released in One Below before, weren't we, as well?
No.
Yeah.
A few 101.
Ironheart and Hercules in there for £1.
That's the one. Yeah.
That's great. Because it's always about £6, the cheapest in HMV.
Yeah.
I got FX2 in Poundland. The 101 one.
Jules says we've got a couple of trolls, so I don't know where. I don't think we have. Scotty Movies says, just ordered my first Criterion in Safety Last with Harold Lloyd. Not seen his stuff since I was a kid. Wow.
Brilliant.
I don't really know much
about I'm not familiar with that.
A watchtower. He's hanging off the clock. And he's got to...
I think I've seen something. Yeah.
He's got to climb up the side. I think he does it... somebody says to him, I bet you I can climb to the top of this building in an hour or something like that. So he's got to physically get off from the ground to get up to this clock. So he's hanging off the clock and he's falling off things, precariously. That's the whole movie. But that's stunning. Amazing stunts in it.
Bristolian Dave says, don't worry about trolls. They're part and parcel of being online. Just remember they're sad sacks with nothing better to do with their time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Well put.
Yeah.
Well put.
Well, the thing is, the trolls aren't nasty. They're just stupid, say silly things, don't they?
And it's the same question over and over again.
I know, the cheese thing. I don't get the cheese thing.
Oh, I had that on one of my videos today, actually. I did look and somebody had put something about a cheese sandwich on one of my videos as well. Probably the same person.
Small word.
Can you imagine the level of intellect that somebody has to find asking that question funny?
Yeah,
I don't understand how someone can think that. Maybe once, maybe ask it the first time and then move on. But to keep on asking it is just really...
I don't understand it. It's just stupid.
Well, it is,
Scotty Movies, congrats. Great movie and fantastic release.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I do a lot of charity shopping, my videos and that. Yeah. Scott started doing a lot of it. Scott, who was just on, he started going around and videoing in charity shops now as well.
Yeah.
So he's just started a channel up, Scott has now.
Has he?
He has, He started, I think, 2 days ago or something. He's done about 2 videos already. Yeah.
Oh, good lad.
I'll check his channel out.
Because I've been following Scott for ages because he always commented on my questions before and there we chat on Messenger and that. So yeah. Really
He's
good.
on the Big Paulie Chatty Movies, isn't he, Paige?
He is. He posts his charity shop pickups on as well. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I think I know the guy. Yeah, I'll have to check his channel out. Bristolian Dave says, never seen a Nightmare on Elm Street. No.
No.
All about them Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors. Yeah.
Yeah, Dream Warriors.
Gone straight over my head.
It's the title of the third one. Yeah.
Stand in Silence. I would say 1 and 3 are best too, but as someone said, they're all very watchable.
Yeah.
Again, I've got to get on them and see what they're like. Nice blue shorts, mate.
Oh, how far are we below with the comments? That's when John went to the toilet.
I know, yeah.
That must have been.
The back of them are blue, the front are green, multicoloured.
What?
I know. I would
Now
stand up,
imagine
but I would
John's
just-
face after a while he wasn't allowed to leave for the toilet. Oh,
I'm gonna say, I'll just get a bottle. Just get a bottle.
Stand in Silence says, I'm almost a bit jealous of the guy who's never seen A Nightmare on Elm Street. Wish I could see the whole series of films for the first time again.
Yeah, I
So it
suppose
sounds like
so.
a really good series then. I'm in for a treat,
Yeah.
You will be.
Maybe we watch them together, Pete, because I've never seen them either.
Oh, you haven't seen them all? Oh, good.
No, none of them, mate.
At least I'm
None
not
of them.
the only one this time.
I only recently seen
Yeah.
Hellraiser for the first time the other week.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, I
That's
still haven't
great.
seen my copy yet.
Uh,
We have the brilliant Leon Talks Films here. I'm hoping
Yeah.
to get him on the channel in end of August. Hi
definitely.
guys, hope the stream is going well. Wanted to stop by and say hello. Thanks again, Leon, for joining.
Here we are.
Yep.
Yeah. Stand
Great
in
channel.
Silence. Leon, you're here.
Yep.
Hey Peter. Hey Leon. Stand in Silence picked up Blood Tide, Comedy of Terrors, Count Yorga Collection, Slugs, Driller Killer, and a few others from an Arrow South. Also ordered Scalpel off Amazon today. Nice.
All
Heard
good
quite a
films.
few of them ones.
Yeah. The only one I've heard of is Driller Killer. That's the only one I've seen. But yeah.
I have seen the Count Yorga Collection in H&V. That looked quite good, but I didn't pick
Count
it up.
Yorga, the first one's really good. It's like a comedy.
Is it?
I love that film. The second one's not that good, but the first Count Yorga film is a brilliant film. It's so funny and different from a usual vampire film. Highly recommended that one.
I'll have to have a look then next time we're going to H&V. At the ice cream salon where I go every morning, there's a girl who looks very much like Phoebe Cates.
Wow.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't
That's
seen
that
that
scene.
one either. Yeah.
She played a different character what she usually plays. Phoebe Cates. She usually plays someone who's quite meek, but in
Yeah.
Fast Times she's a different character in that one. She's a bit more of a sort of someone who's
Yeah.
not like that. Yes.
Yeah. I've only seen her in a handful of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Gremlins and Drop Dead Fred. They're like the only. That's the only stuff I've seen her in.
Yeah, she didn't really do anything massive, did she? After
Yeah,
she
no.
bounced a lot. Yeah.
She's married to Kevin Kline, isn't she?
Is she? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We've got Movie Database here. Hello, everyone. I picked up a title called Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bowlerama. Any good words to say about it?
It sounds amazing.
I've
Yeah,
been
but-
picked it up for a long time, but I haven't. I think it's meant to be pretty good, sort of cheesy.
Sounds like
80s film, yeah.
Stand in Silence picked it up. Haven't watched it yet. Cover looks very cool. The reversible cover, not so much. Dress to Kill is a fantastic De Palma film.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it. But sounds
Would
good.
recommend it. Definitely would recommend it. Blowout's coming out in Criterion, isn't it? I think next week, so I'm going to pick that up.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I've heard
I've got that on
The
Arrow
Arrow went
Cinema.
out. Yeah, the Arrow went out ages ago, didn't it? I tried to get it but missed it, so it's coming out in Criterion, so I'm going to grab that.
The Arrow one's got a lovely print, but Criterion will be a nice print. The always are.
Yeah.
I've only got a handful of them, to be fair. There's a lot of films that just don't grab my fancy on that label.
I
And
know.
like, I will take a gamble on stuff, but like a lot of it just doesn't seem to grab me. There's probably only maybe 6 or 7 in the whole collection.
I would say There's some great titles in there, and they've done some really obscure films that you think, wow, I didn't even think they would ever go for stuff like John Waters. But I've got all the John Waters films that they've done, which I think they've done a great thing on the John Waters stuff. And they put out, I'm sure they put out RoboCop, once. Can you believe it? I'm talking about DVD.
Yeah.
So they do put out these really unexpected titles, but usually most of the titles they do aren't really my cup of tea. But the ones they do that I like, they're really good, Lined. I do rate them highly, but like I say, I would never collect the whole lot.
No.
No.
Expensive as well. You can take a gamble. Even when they're on sale, they're still what you'd pay for a normal list price for even another boutique label, aren't they?
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Jules says An American Werewolf is one of my favourites, Dudley.
If anyone's confused, Jules refers to me as Dudley now, not Jim or James, just Dudley.
Leon says The Last American Virgin is another brilliant film. One of the best releases Arrow has ever put out.
Yeah.
I want to get them. I'm gutted you guys have said it's out of print now.
Yeah, it does pop up in CEX every now and again, from what I've seen, but it is pricey.
Andy,
That's the only thing.
Andy, did you get the booklet with it as well?
I can't remember if I got the booklet or not.
Because the booklet's huge in it. I've never seen a booklet like it.
I'll have a check. Hang on.
Yeah, really heavy and thick, and I'm not kidding. It's. I was expecting it to be just your average Porky's type of movie, which it is for half of it. But I tell you what, and I've talked about this. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. So it's an amazing set. Now I got it because of the two people that like stars in it. I really like them from other films, and I didn't really think it would be anything bar just a good vehicle for them to be sort of 80s sort of fun movie. But when it gets serious, as we've talked about, my God.
Yeah, towards the end, it's just a completely different film. It's just, where did this come from? It's just got real. Like, what's...
You feel like you're being hit over the head with a bat?
It deals with some dark stuff as well. Like what it touches on.
Any which way you thought.
No.
You think, it's gonna have to go this way because it's a mainstream movie. I think that's why it sort of bombed, didn't it? Because of the ending. It just didn't sit right with audiences, but the director didn't want to change it because he said that was what really happened in real life. And I want that to be the end of the story.
Yeah. Because I mean, JT, I showed it to Mike. Mike popped round to mine, and we sat down and watched it. And he said, "Oh, I found it in CEX. I bought it straight away because he enjoyed it that much." But yeah, if you can find it, pick it up because it's definitely worth a watch. Yeah,
definitely sold me on the premise.
Yeah, it's really good. It starts off like typical Porky's, like your typical sex teen comedy, but the last half hour is like shit gets real. Basically, it just surprised me, and I wasn't expecting it at all. And it went up. Like I had to sort of rewind the ending because I wasn't sure what I'd seen. I had to sort of let it process and watch it again for it to sink in what actually happens. Yeah. It's just got a powerful ending for a film. It's just the ending's so good for a film of that caliber. It really is.
Yeah,
I'm going to check this out. I'm going to find it.
I've never seen a film like it, and that's the truth. And I wasn't. The main thing was, I think, like Andy, I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting the usual romp, and I was expecting, the daft jokes. And it does start off like that, the bit, like they get all these like circumstances that happens to them when in these X games and all that. And then when it gets into the real life nuts and bolts of it, wow. It's just like a sucker punch, but
it's just an anti-Hollywood, in my opinion. You just wouldn't. If you were given that script to like a Hollywood studio, they'd turn it down and go like, "Nah, that's not going to sell. That's not going to get bums in seats or anything like that." It feels like an ending that a director wants to make, and he's stuck by it, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. Yeah, I'm really sold.
Yeah, it does. I must admit, I do.
Sound good.
Yeah.
Leon said, if you had to sell your entire collection and could only keep one release, what would it be and why?
Because it's so bloody hard to find.
What about you, Jim?
Yeah.
I'm obviously saying Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I'm going to cheat and say the Star Wars box set.
You can't. That's cheating. One film.
Wow.
One film. Right. Say Empire Strikes Back then. All right.
Sweet.
What about you, James?
Oh, I don't know. It's a difficult one. Is that? I'm just trying to think whether I'd go for like film or like edition. If it was the film, I'd probably have to keep the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Awesome film. What about you, John?
I would pick my favorite film of all time. I'm just trying to get a picture of it there. Of course, it's not going to show us it, is it? It's Down by Law.
Down by Law.
By Jim Jarmusch.
Oh.
It's a Criterion release, but it's my favorite film. So even though it's funny because I think Jaws is my second favorite film. I'll probably watch Jaws a lot more in my life, but because that's my favorite, I would take my favorite film with us and just watch it a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Andy's gone.
Andy gone?
Where's Andy gone? I don't know. I have to keep an eye out whether he pops up back. Stand in Silence says Crossroads with Britney Spears is an amazing film.
That's an old film.
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue.
I've not seen it. When I think Crossroads, I don't think that one though. I think the Blue
TV series.
That's what I think. I don't know. Don't know where Andy is. Don't know what's happened there. Bristolian Dave says, I hate trailers now. They give away everything that happens and show the best parts. Gives away way too much. Yeah, certainly true.
Yeah.
To be honest, you're probably best off not watching the trailers and going in blind, to be honest. Especially these days with trailers.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there is a lot to be said for that, isn't there? When you, like you say, when you come out of things. And have you noticed as well, film trailers now will put shots that aren't even in the film, like stuff they shoot specifically for a trailer.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
That's very misleading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
Movie database says, pardon?
So I just saying, especially if you're looking forward to that particular bit, and it's not even in the film. And you think, I was waiting for that scene, it's not there.
Here's Andy, he's back again.
Wi-Fi went again. Sorry about that.
Disappeared.
All right.
You're all right.
Wi-Fi went.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
It's a pain in the ass.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand. Movie database says, do you agree that Vinegar Syndrome titles have amazing artwork? What labels provide your favourite artwork? That's a good question. John, do you want to start off?
Well, I agree with Movie Database here that Vinegar Syndrome put out some of the most amazing, especially, like the slipcase, the slip boxes. And I'm dying to get my hands on some stuff, but I haven't got it yet. And it's dead expensive. But I would have to say, with the stuff I've got, I would have to say at the moment it's definitely Blue Underground. The 4Ks they put out are just the best I've ever seen. And there is some good ones that get put out in the UK, but Blue Underground, for whatever reason, they just seem to have just been putting out these stellar releases, which I'm all for. And I think the stuff for the UK was talking to this with Leon actually, that you pay for your 4K, you get your stuff, and they don't even put a slipcase on it. And sometimes the cover art's rubbish, and you think, wow, I'm paying you extra money for this, and I'm getting like less than I would on the Blu-ray. Yeah. So for me, I'd have to say Blue Underground, because there's stuff they put out, reversible art, just a whole lot. So that's my answer.
What about you, James?
JT or me?
JT. I'll have
Go on,
to say
JT.
JT.
Yeah.
That happened, didn't it?
I don't know. To be fair, I really like the way that the arrows are presented.
Yeah, they
and
are really some nice
I-
artwork.
I do also like how uniform the premium collection is.
Mm.
Sort of like
Yeah.
the way that they're sort of not necessarily, because obviously the artwork for each film's different. Sometimes you get the poster art, sometimes you get stills or whatever. But I like the silver and white sort of binding that they all get. They just all look really like that. Fair
It's a
few of them.
special
They look-
feeling to it, not just
Yeah,
a standard release, is it?
they're aesthetically pleasing on the shelves. Like the spines all match and things like that. I do quite like
Mm.
when stuff like that does that.
What about you, James?
Okay, I'm the same with you with Arrow. I have been collecting in the last sale. I was collecting a few BFI releases. I started collecting a few BFI, so I picked up Rita, Sue, and Bob too, and a film called The Black Panther. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah.
Not the Marvel one.
No.
Yeah,
it's
the serial killer, wasn't it?
It was,
kind of
and
serial killer.
it was. Yeah, and some of the scenes was filmed outside Dudley Zoo as well, which I like as well.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the
Rita,
70s.
Sue and Bob 2 was filmed down the road from me.
Was it really?
Was it?
Well, I'm just outside of Leeds, and it was filmed in Bradford.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
No
wow.
way.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'd have to say Arrow as well. Arrow are really good. I like the reversible covers. You can just pick and choose. The thing that I hate, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, is I fucking hate numbered spines. I absolutely hate it. Because you fall into the trap of like, I've got to collect this, I've got to collect that. Whereas Arrow, Arrow, it's like pick and mix. You can just mix and match. You can have them in ever order you want on your shelf.
Yeah,
and it's happy. But yeah, numbered spines for me is like a big pet. Yeah, I've got two premiums only because I couldn't get them on Blu-ray any other way. That's the only way I've done them. I don't really care to collect stuff with numbered spines. It really, really does my nut in. But yeah, label-wise, Arrow. I just think their presentations are brilliant. I just absolutely love them.
Yeah,
they have got some top-notch stuff.
Arrow too.
Yeah, I'm not bothered either way about the numbered sort of things. Well,
yeah,
with
no,
the
that's fair enough.
Yeah,
yeah.
With them, I've got them in order, but not like I'm not bothered that say I've got like title number 10 and then the next one might be title number 50 or something. I'm not bothered that I haven't got the in betweens sort of thing. But yeah.
I know the artwork for like the 101, like the release for the new kids. That was a nice artwork for that one as well.
Yeah, it was.
101 has done some great stuff, to be fair.
Yeah.
And they're not too badly priced either.
I do like the black label releases that they've done.
Yeah.
Really well priced, I think. Like 15 quid. They're not too bad.
Yeah, not bad at all, yeah.
Movie Database says, trailers are awful. The urge to watch them is great, but the whole film is given away in 90% of the time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jules says, who has the biggest collection?
Probably John.
It's not me. It's not me. I know.
Really?
I know that Andy and JT have definitely got more than me. Definitely.
Well, okay.
Well,
no, yes, I've only
how
got.
many do you think in average you've got numbers?
I've only got 2,000.
I've got a confirmed number.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
It has grown. It has grown the last time since I read it because I bought the Carry On film box set and there's like 30 films in that.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So I think I'm about 30 away from 4,200.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're winning, mate. I'm at about 3,000 ballpark.
Yeah, and I've probably got about 600 films that I've not seen yet. Something like that. Ridiculous. I don't know if you can see that pile behind my head that's creeping up the wall.
Yeah, I can just about see it.
Oh, wow.
That yeah. There's two other piles next to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is everything all on them shelves behind you then, or have you got other shelves in the house?
Yeah, there's 3 here.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 over there.
Whoa.
Wow.
Messy, and they're all doubled up as well. There's stuff behind them as well.
Yeah.
Good
Wow.
Lord.
Yeah,
So it's growing.
that's impressive.
I really would have guessed, looking at the size of your wall behind you in your room, John, that you'd have had. It looks so fancy.
It's the full wall. It's 8 foot high by 7 foot wide, and it's everything on it is full with Blu-rays. But it's only 2,000 because I counted them, and it's under 2,000. But it'll be when it's full, which it nearly is. It'll be around about 2,000 is me limit. What I like to do is when I get that, then I'll go back to some stuff that I know is not that really good, or the likes of these type of things. These are the ones that will be going first. And if I got like a really good Arrow version, well, this one's out, and the Arrow one goes in. So that way, I'm trying to make sure that my collection is getting better all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I've been going through not so much the Blu-rays, but the DVDs. Because obviously, you probably all know I'm primarily a DVD collector still. There's going to be boos in the comments, isn't there? But I've been going through this lot and thinking, right, okay, what am I likely to come back to again? And because the stuff I've not watched for years, and I've been pulling out stuff and thinking, right, well, I'll get that on Blu-ray, or I will do that, or I'll get rid of that. And I've John knows about the Keith Lemon bin, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I bought the Keith Lemon movie on a whim, and then when me and my mate Phil were building all the furniture to put this room together, going through all the films and organising, I looked at it and he looked at it and he went, "Are you really keeping that?" And I went, "Am I fucking in the donation bin?" So the spares, doubles, and donations bin now is the Keith Lemon bin.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So this is the thing about charity shops as well, because obviously in some charity shops you get deals, don't you? 5 for £1, 10 for £1, or whatever.
Yeah.
See if there's a film there like a horror or something that's like 15 quid on Blu-ray, and you're getting that for pennies on DVD. You could at least get the DVD for pennies, and then if you didn't like it, trade it in, give it back to the charity shop or something.
Yeah, that's
true.
And you're giving back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's a lot of the reason I still get DVDs, because things are curiosity buys for me.
Yeah.
And I sort of, if I know I love something, I'll get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I do a lot of charity shop trolling, and like I say, when Poundland used to be, better than what it is now.
There's a title in Poundland that I see a few people, and I'm really on the hunt for it. It's a tartan one called The Selfish Giant. I'm really on the hunt for that film in Poundland.
Okay, yeah.
But I've seen a few people get it.
I've seen people pick up Charlie Chaplin films from Poundland and all, like There's an Artificial Eye, and I couldn't believe it. Like that sort of stuff in Poundland.
Yeah. I've never seen that one.
No,
Have you found a 4K in Poundland?
Yes.
One of those Africa ones.
Inferno.
The one I got was a nature documentary about a national park in
Namibia or something
like that. Yeah. It looked anyway when I put it on. It's stunning.
Yeah, I've seen one of them, the 4K one, but I didn't buy it. But yeah, it was a 4K nature one I saw.
Because there was that thing with The Shallows. Everybody was trying to get a 4K version of that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Holy Grail, wasn't it?
That's unbelievable. But yeah. Movie database. I looked on the 101 film site for sale and was gutted when Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2 pack was sold out for 25 quid. Second hand, it's £45. HMV had stock. Yeah, I heard that's quite expensive. I think Jason's got it, hasn't he? Jason Bratt.
Yeah, he might do, I think.
You did a video on it, didn't you, when it came out?
Yeah, I got mine for £25. I missed it, and I thought there's no way I'm going to get this. And I was walking past an HMV, and I just spotted out the corner of my eye, It was in there for $24.99, so I pounced on it and got it back, thinking it was going to be all right. I like the presentation of it, but I tell you what, the second film, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, is something else. It's so awful, yet so perfect. It's worth it just for that particular movie. And I know you can get that. It's come out separately, and you can't get the part 2. And the thing about part 2 is it kind of, for the first 40 minutes, is just made up of flashbacks of part 1. So you don't even need to see part 1. And then you get the whole terrible disaster of part 2 afterwards. And the reason why they did that, to put that flashback in, is because the director bought like celluloid to shoot the movie. And when he got to do it, he'd miscalculated how much film he needed. So when he got it back to the labs, they says, "Oh, you've only got like an hour of movie here." So or even under an hour. So he thought, "What am I going to do?" So he says, "I'll just take loads of flashbacks out to make the film up." That's how bad it was. And he's even on the movie and the sort of behind the scenes, he's saying how bad the movie is. He says it's just awful, but it is what it is. But it's a brilliant film, man. It really is. I do think it's a great package. It's not worth £45 at all, but £25, yeah, really is.
It sounds good. Price for 25. Robert Fett's Bounty. Rob's here.
Hey, Rob.
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Rob. Hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Just gonna say, I hope you don't on the mend, dude. Yeah.
Movie Database says, "Do you think there's a market today for Friday the 13th? I'm not sure whether I would love seeing it all CGI, given the success of it and up-and-coming revivals."
I definitely think there is, and if they went back to like real gritty slasher, sort of took it away from the teenage sort of, let's go and have sex in a cabin at the thing, and oh god, there's a big burly guy here to kill us, and by the numbers sort of thing. And if they made it like really grim and like had Jason be an absolute psycho, I think that there could be something that could be quite interesting there to work with.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But not put any CGI in it. CGI does not belong on Friday the 13th.
No,
No.
definitely. Standard Silence says, "Are we supposed to shout the answers out in
We're
the
still
chat?"
on the quiz.
Cheetah's here.
Good evening.
Hello.
Laura E. Sorry I'm late. James did
That's
say
my
your
Mickey.
name's correctly.
Hello, Laura.
Hello, Laura.
Hello.
Oh, the questions have gone all weird again. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Where we going? Where we going? Oh man, sorry about this. It's unbelievable, this is.
Oh, just while you're looking through that, I've got a question I want to ask JT.
Oh,
yeah.
Are you ready for this one, mate? Have you ever tried to play a Never-Ending Story on a guitar?
I haven't, no.
Do you think you could try? Not now. I mean, I practice.
What, live? Oh, that'd be a first.
I don't know. I can't think of the lyrics, but there's the tunes.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that, isn't
it? Awesome.
Wow.
Cheers, mate. Nice one.
Excellent.
I've seen some of your videos on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Facebook, where you were doing singing at a wedding, wasn't it? Oh, you were fantastic.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
that was an old colleague of mine's wedding. He retired and was getting married, and asked if I'd help him out and stuff. And he'd had a rough run of it, to be fair, with like COVID, and it kept getting pushed back. And so helped him out and stuff, because it can be extortionate to pay for entertainers to do those sort of events. So said, I'll come and sing you a few songs. Don't worry about it. Put me a drink behind the bar and we're good. And
nice.
I had a great time doing it. It was one of the first things I've done in nearly 18 months in front of a crowd as well, because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, aye.
It was great fun.
It's definitely been hard with like musicians, hasn't it, with all this restrictions and that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's just my hobby. I'm not a working musician or anything like that, but do the odd gig in a pub here and there, and open mic nights and things like that. I've got a rock and roll covers band and things like that, and I've got an acoustic group that sings in vocal harmony and stuff. We're writing some original music at the moment, trying to put a bit of an album together. But you play in a band, don't you, John?
Yeah, I do. Play a band with me schoolmates. We've done it since school. Every now and again, we'll get back together. Every now and again, I don't know where they are at the minute. Everyone just seem to disappear for like 10 years, and then you'll get a random message through. Do you want to do something else? And then we'll do something else, and then 10 years later we'll do something. So, but what I do is, apart from that, I do my own thing in my garage and just write my own music and then just play on that, and it's just fun. I just enjoy it. Yeah.
What type of music do you play, John?
Some vocals on one of your songs, didn't we, John?
What's that? Sorry?
Oh, I was just going to say, what type of... Oh, sorry, JT. You go on, mate.
No,
sorry.
Dude, go on, mate. Go on.
I was just about to say, John, what type of music do you play?
Music, but mainly punk.
Mainly punk.
That's what you said, punk. But anything that I like synthesizer music, sample music, if I can find out how to do it. Got the sample thing, it doesn't really work that well. And also, what is it? Like heavy metal kind of thing, fast thrash. Anything that's just, anything I kind of want to do at that particular time. If I've got something in my head, and it just turns out to be like, well, a bit like the Never Ending Story theme tune. If I want to do something there, I would do it. It doesn't really. The best thing about doing it by yourself, you can do whatever you want. But when you're in a band with your mates, you've got to kind of be like punk or nothing. So you haven't got much wriggle room in it, but it's fun, and I've always enjoyed doing it. And it's my second favorite after movies. It's my second favorite thing to do.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
I was just going to say, we have been talking about maybe doing some sort of over the internet collaboration, haven't we? But
that sounds awesome.
But we're definitely going to do it. Definitely. Going to do it.
It's just finding the time, isn't it? But I mean, I think you said you might want to put some vocals on one of your tracks, which I'd be well up for doing.
Well, I can't sing to save my life, and I've got loads of songs with no singing on it. So if I just had some lyrics and just said to James, look, there's the lyrics, there's the song, do what you want and send it back. That's good enough for me. And see, I know you can sing. But the thing is with my stuff is, it doesn't matter if you can't sing, it fits because it's a bit noisy. But the thing is, I'm atrocious singing. So I know you don't want to ever hear me sing. I've even tried shouting, but I can't even shout in tune, which is, I don't know. But anyway, it's just a mess.
Scotty says, what is your favourite Disney movie, not counting a numbered classic or Pixar film? You want to go first, Andy?
So I've got an answer to this. And I don't think it's a movie on Disney Plus either, even though it's a Disney film.
I'm intrigued. You've gone to the collection.
Oh, I remember that from when I was a kid. Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that one.
I don't know.
It's absolutely brilliant, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a scene in it that it's too scary for kids. It's one of them, those kids' movies where it's just got that scene that just pushes it a bit too far.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a cracking film. It's a really great concept. The plot is basically about these household appliances that get left behind, and they go looking for their owner. And that's it.
So what year is that from, Andy?
I think...
Is it the 90s, late 90s?
No, it's... I'm 88.
Oh, right.
Because I remember it used to be advertised a lot on the VHSs of Disney films I had. That's how I remembered it.
There's a stupid sequel called The Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars, which I've just had no interest in seeing. But the first one's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Definitely worth a watch.
What about you, JT?
I always liked the Incredible Journey, Homeward Bound, those movies. Like them. I like National Treasure. My favourite probably It's cheating a little bit because it's based off one of the classics, but the Glenn Close 101 Dalmatians, I adore it.
Yeah, they're good films.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
I'm gonna throw a classic out there, Disney. Well, it's not a Disney classic, but a film I used to watch when I was a kid, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a film!
Yeah,
What a film!
Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. Yeah. I used to like watching them ones.
He's doing another one, isn't he? They've lured him out of retirement to do one for Disney Plus.
Have you really?
Oh, wow.
Oh man. What about you, John?
I'm gonna have to say Enchanted.
Oh, what a film!
Yeah.
That's Amy Adams in
Yeah, that's a
there
great
plays the
film.
most amazing part I've ever seen, because the fact that she plays a princess, doesn't she? And she comes into the real world and she doesn't understand how people are like scumbags. She doesn't get it. And I think it's brilliant, mate. Like, and the fact that she's just going around singing daft songs everywhere, you know. It's brilliant, dead funny. So that's my favourite.
Yeah. And Tim Spall as well in it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's such
For
an
For
odd
me,
film,
I'd
but
probably
it's really
say
good.
Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. I really do like that. I must have
Yeah.
watched that loads of time when I was a kid. Just love them films. Not the
That's a
later
cracking
ones, ain't
film.
that so good?
Yeah, first one's good.
Second one's not too bad, and the third one's all right. But the other one's not that good.
They decrease in quality as they go, don't they?
They're just
Certainly.
too long.
Yeah. I've got a soft spot for the second one. I don't mind the second one.
Yeah, the second one's good. And
Yeah.
Can't remember the
Mr.
second
Jamie
one.
Powell's here. Hey, hope you all
Hello,
well.
Jamie.
Yep,
Jamie?
certainly
Good,
are.
mate. Hope you well.
Scotty says, thanks for the plug, Mr. Millership.
That's no problem. Anytime.
Yep, I'll certainly be checking out your channel later.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, yeah.
Mad Tree's here. Hi, mate. How you doing?
Hi, mate. Guys, are we due a piss break soon or what? Or
Well, yeah, Jill said
What
something
time?
about a wee.
yeah.
Um,
Keep wet for a week.
I quickly had one while I was offline. But yeah.
Right. Shall we have
Was
a
quick.
5-minute
Tactical,
recess then?
Yeah, we'll have 5 minute recheck. Yeah.
Yeah, I get
5-minute
a bit closer.
recess like we're in school.
I
See you
won't
in a
have to
bit.
be too much longer when we come back, lads.
Pardon?
I'll say I won't have to be too much longer when we come back, 'cause I'm up at crack of dawn for work. So
Okay, and
No problem, mate.
we'll try and round it up.
I'll be quick.
I'm just going to quickly put these back on my shelves.
now you do right. Looks like I'm holding the photo.
I won't be too long.
Oh dear.
Oh, crimey. There we go. Oh. Yeah, I fully recommend that Last American Virgin if you can pick it up at Kex or somewhere.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to look out for it. I'm proper sold on that premise. And
Yeah, it's a good film.
I love when, like you say, when films take you think they're going one direction and then they completely pull a Yui for the third act, and it's just like sort of. Yeah. I know we mentioned Parasite earlier, but I think that's what I loved about that so much, is that you just thought that was going to be, just a run of the mill sort of like dramedy almost, and then it takes that real sort of almost sinister turn at the end, doesn't it? And
I remember going to the cinema to see that, and I had no clue what it was about or what I was getting into or what the story was or anything like that. I think I saw it about a week before it won the Oscar at the cinema, and I was just telling everyone, this film's brilliant. It was just, people have said to me at work, have you seen Parasite yet? Because they knew I'm into me films. And I said, yeah, I absolutely love it. It just encapsulates the perfect type of film where you've got no idea what it's about or where it's going to go. And where it does go is so much fun and it's so interesting. And it's a brilliant story. And I hadn't seen anything like it pretty much.
Yeah. No, it's brilliant. I rewatched it not so long since with my mate Phil, who's actually somebody that I know. He was on the same course in uni as Mike, which is how I met Mike through Phil. Me and Phil do a podcast, and he wanted to watch that because he'd not seen it, and so it was great having a movie night and like knowing what was coming and being able to watch somebody else's reaction, seeing it for the first time. Yeah, so like just certain scenes in it, and you sort of just turn and look at somebody, and that's more entertaining than the film because they're like Jordan.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
How we all doing?
Good.
I've
enjoyed it. Thank you so much for having me on.
Pardon?
I proper enjoyed this. Thank you very much for having me on. It's been great.
Me too.
That's fine.
Really
I really wanted to get you
has.
guys on. I mean, it's worked quite well with 5 of us on, I think. I mean, I was worried whether 5 would be too much, but honestly, I think it works out okay.
No, I think it's
been an honour to have both of you guys on.
Really well.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, if you'll have me back, I'd love to come back.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, me too.
Always.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, would love to have both of you back.
Because I've watched your stream every Tuesday. If I haven't watched it live, I've actually caught up on it in the space of the next day or two. So I've always enjoyed them.
Sorry.
And I think that I look forward to the next one, so it's great to be on one. Really is.
Yeah. These are really enjoyable to do because you meet some amazing people. It's much more than just commenting on channels. You can actually talk to the people for real, and it's so great.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say that it's great because obviously we watch all of your videos and we comment on each other and stuff. But it is nice to be able to have an actual conversation with somebody and sort of just flow with it rather than sort of reply to bullet points almost.
Yeah,
I get that.
Cheetah says, "I'm coming around to cut your hair, Pete."
Can I have a bit of your hair, Pete?
Yeah.
I keep getting this every week. I was supposed to have it cut last week, but the hairdresser, she's got to self-isolate now, so...
Not
good. We have Jake Talks Movies. Hello, gentlemen.
Jake.
How are we this evening?
Jake.
Sorry I'm late.
Hello. Happy birthday, Joe.
Today.
Yeah,
happy birthday, Jake.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday,
Have a
Jake.
great day.
Yeah.
Pete says, I can't buy DVDs now. He feels dirty. I hug 4,400 Blu-rays. Whoa.
I told you
Pete doesn't want to go back to DVDs at all.
Yeah.
Stand in Silence says, Arrow Player seems cool. Not to replace buying physical, but it's kind of test watch stuff. So what is it, like a Netflix full of Arrow titles?
I think so, something like that.
I'm not sure it is.
I think they do have something like a streamer, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but Mind Massage says, anyone ever heard or seen the Video Dead?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's amazing. It's amazing. 1987. The whole premise of the movie is that this haunted TV gets sent to somebody's house. And when they open it, when they put the telly starts playing this old crappy like zombie movie, and then the zombies come out of the telly and go and ransack the people and kill them and all that. And
I'm sold.
Wow. Yeah, I'm sold. Yeah.
It's really, really bad. But
Where's
really,
my pen?
Really
I'm writing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It should. It's been out here on VHS, but it was never out on Blu-ray here. You can get the Blu-ray in the States with a double bill with TerraVision, which is what I've got. And
is it region free?
Honestly, what's that? Sorry.
Is it region free? Sorry.
Yes. Region free. I'm trying to think which company. I think it was Show Factory or Scream Factory that released it. It's one of my favorite films. That's just 88 or Arrow. They should put it out. It's begging for a release over here, and I don't know why they haven't done it. Because when Arrow's what do you want to see released, people are always putting Video Dead on it, and it just never. It's funny as well. It's got some good humor in it as well.
Sounds good.
You've got to see it. It's really good.
That does sound bob on, doesn't it?
We'll look out for that.
Same here. Undead 683 is here. Hi everyone. Sorry I got here a little late. No problem. I hope everyone's doing well. Yep. Thanks for joining the stream, mate.
Thanks.
Yeah. Hello, Undead Sick. Yeah, that's it there.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It's got a great cover.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought the artwork's always been good on it, but it's such fun.
Artist MK is here. Hello everyone. Hello, mate.
Artist MK.
Hello.
Jules says I missed 2 of her comments. I don't know. I never see him. Sorry about that, Jules. We do have her saying we.
Oh, when we went for a wee.
Yeah. Jake Talks Movies says I'd love to be on one of these lives. Yeah, I'd love to get you on, mate.
Yeah.
I'll have to get in touch with you later on because there is some free spaces in August. Why is Dudley taking so long?
I can answer that question. I wasn't going for a poo. No, I went upstairs to the toilet and I must have knocked something and my daughter just got up out of bed, so I was putting her back into bed. So there's my answer. Yeah.
Jake Talks Movies. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. No problem, mate. Michael Woods here. Enjoy the stream tonight, guys.
He's mine and JT's mutual friend.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much, mate, for joining.
Yeah.
And Scotty Movies, my answer to the question earlier is Condo Man and the Black Hole.
Condo Man's good. It's Michael Crawford.
Yeah.
I love the Black Hole, you know. So cheesy, so bad, just brilliant.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
I love the little robot. What's he called? The robot? Is it like Vincent or something?
Something's just like a little kid, isn't he? Like a little sort of block.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There's the up to date one, and then there's the one that's sort of been like stuck on the ship at the black hole. That's all buggered and proper. Yeah. I love that film. Watched it not so long ago.
You know, what was it called? Buck Rogers in the 21st century, and he had a little daft little robot that used to follow him around.
Oh yeah. What's he called?
I don't remember that.
I don't know what the robot was called, but I remember that one. I used to watch that. It was quite good, actually.
Jake says, have you got any Arrow title recommendations?
A few, yeah.
Do you want to go first, Andy?
Okay. Society, if anyone's seen that. Love that film.
Yeah.
Matinee. Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, what a
that
film!
Film's insane. I love that film. It is so good. Yeah. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Peter Weller. Can't go wrong.
No. I keep forgetting the Peter Weller's in that film.
Yeah. That cat that's got such an insane cast, like Jeff Goldblum and Clancy Brown, Christopher Lloyd, John Lithgow. It's insane.
It's mental, isn't it?
Great cast.
Yeah. It's just absolutely nuts, that film.
What about you, James?
JT. God.
James Millership.
Oh, me. Just call me Jim. Just call me Jim. It's easier.
Jim, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down the John Hughes route and go 16 Candles and Weird Science.
Yeah.
Because I love them 2 movies, so yeah.
Great movies. Love 16 Candles.
Yeah. What about you, JT?
I mentioned it earlier, Dressed to Kill. There's The Thief with James Caan. That's a great one as well. I think that's back in production now because it went out of print for a while, didn't it? But I think you can get that. I quite like. I don't know if you can get it anymore, but I quite like the Wild Geese, Roger Moore and Richard Harris.
I picked that up the other day. I did.
I'll look for
that. Looks quite good. I picked it up. I haven't seen it yet, but it looks like a lot of fun. What about you, John?
Well, I'm going to say Climax.
Yeah, that looks quite good. That does. Is that a French film?
Yeah, I think it's French. Yes, it's definitely subtitled. Although for most of the film, there's no talking; it's just dancing.
Yeah.
And the first, has anyone seen Climax?
Yeah, I watched it a couple of weeks ago.
No.
I just thought it was too strange for me with what was going on, but it's visually really good.
Oh, well, you know the whole. I mean, they put the song in the start, which is "Supernature" by Sarone, which I think is a brilliant song anyway.
Yeah,
and they're just dancing to that, and then it's just keeping on dancing. And I mean, the dancing when they're flinging themselves around, they must be quadruple jointed. I've never seen anybody do that. Things with the arms and they putting the things around the legs around and all that. So the fact that they've done that, I think it's the first 40 minutes is just them dancing, isn't it?
Yeah,
and then when obviously the drink gets spiked, the punch gets spiked, and then you see what happens after that. I just thought it was just an amazing film for that reason. The fact that it was odd. I'm not going to say it's not odd, but I just really thought it was. And then the other one I was talking about was Why Don't You Just Die? That Russian film.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Never seen nothing like it. So highly recommend that one. I keep talking about it all the time, but it's the best best films I've seen recently.
Yeah. For me, I'd probably say The Thing, Old Boy, and I quite like the release of Massacre Gun. That was pretty good. That's also in Poundland.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Massacre Gun, good title.
Jill says, I just wanted to tell Dudley I'm not on Facebook or Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Undead Sick 83 said, I want to warn you, fellow film fans, I have seen Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe, Origins this weekend. Don't go and see it. It's quite terrible, in my opinion.
Thank you.
I've heard a lot of bad things about it.
The first two weren't exactly top draw, though, were they?
No, they weren't. They were pretty so-so
they
films, weren't they?
Really with it. No.
The trailer looked good for it, but always the trailers always look good.
I would say the trailer did look good, but I've heard nothing but bad things about Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Shame. It's a waste of Henry Golding, really, because he's a really talented up-and-coming actor.
Yeah, he was in The Gentleman, wasn't he?
He was fantastic in The Gentleman, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like they keep trying to reboot the G.I. Joe franchise, don't they? Because this is the second reboot, isn't it? Because I thought the sequel really had nothing to do with the original. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jake Talk Movie says, cheers, guys. And Ryan Paul says, what's your favourite Dwayne Johnson film?
Ooh.
I must admit that Jungle Cruise looks quite fun. That new one with Emily Blunt, that looks quite fun. He's good in Fast and Furious, and I liked him in Rampage.
I've got an answer, but he's not in the film too much, and that's Fighting with My Family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
What about you, JT?
I don't know. I've seen too many of his films, to be fair. I didn't mind Skyscraper. I mean, it was just Die Hard, wasn't it? But I didn't mind Skyscraper. But I've not seen any of the Fast and Furious films with him in. I sort of stopped at 3. I have got them. I keep picking them up. I just don't get around to watching them. But always, when they're reduced to clear sort of thing, I pick them up. But no against Dwayne Johnson. Just haven't seen much of him.
What about you, John?
I would say Central Intelligence, because I just like him and Kevin Hart. I just think they're so good together. So I think they're really funny, and it's not the best of films, but it's highly enjoyable.
What about you, James?
I'm going to say I don't mind the two Jumanjis. The two Jumanjis as well.
Yeah, he's very good in them.
Yeah.
Jules says Andy Society with Billy Warlock.
Billy Warlock.
Is it? Yeah. I can't remember the actor's name, but it's another film with an ending you won't ever forget.
Yeah. I'm sure Billy Warlock was in Baywatch. I'm sure he was for a bit.
Was he?
I think he was.
Movie Database says, what's your favourite Jake Gyllenhaal performance? Ooh. That's a good question. Do you want to go first, Andy?
Lou Bloom, Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
that's mine too.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler is quite good. What about you, James?
I don't really know, to be honest. I've not really seen much of him. What's he been in? I'm not too sure.
He was
Is
in the
he
new
Johnny
Spider-Man
Parker?
film.
Prisoners.
He was in Brokeback Mountain.
Zodiac.
Yeah, Zodiac.
Yeah, I've not seen. No.
Spider-Man. Home.
Yeah,
Far
the
from
recent
home.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about that? Yeah, it's quite good in that one.
What about you, John?
I would say Source Code.
Oh yeah,
I think
that
Source
is a
Code
good
was
film.
quite a decent little film, actually. I think it's directed by David Bowie's son, isn't he? Is that right?
Yeah, I think it might be.
I think it is.
One
Yeah.
below, and that was
Yeah.
a good film.
Yeah.
Certainly, yeah.
They were going to make a TV series, but it never happened.
Oh.
That's a-
Jake says Jake Gyllenhaal's best performances for him are Prisoners or Nightcrawler. Yeah.
There's a great one he's in called October Sky.
Never
I
heard
don't know if
that
anyone's seen that or heard of that.
No, I haven't heard that one.
one. No.
Yeah,
That's what I have, no.
it's really good. Got a great cast to it as well.
I think he's a movie. He's an actor. I don't actually actively seek out his movies, but I do think when I see him in a role, I think he's pretty good, mate.
Wasn't he in
Yeah.
Donnie Darko?
Yeah, he was
I
the
thought-
lead, wasn't
Yeah, he makes a very, very young appearance in City Slickers as well.
Does he?
If anyone's, I think he plays Billy Crystal's son in it.
Wow.
He's really young. He must be like about 10 or 12 in it. He's really, really young.
Jake says Snitch is a great Dwayne Johnson film.
Don't think I've seen that one.
No, I've not seen
remember
Snitch.
if
No, I
I've
don't
heard
think
of
I've
that
seen
one.
that.
No, I can't remember that one. Great choices. Nightcrawler's a great shout. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is
Southpaw
brilliant
and
in
Stronger, yeah.
Southpaw. Yeah, fantastic film.
Yeah.
And Stronger.
I've got Southpaw. I've watched it.
Yeah, I got mine from Poundland, I think.
Yeah.
Anyone seen Blood Red Sky on Netflix? It's a German film. Might take a look. I don't have Netflix, so I don't know.
No, I've not.
Anybody?
I tend not to watch too much Netflix. No.
I know when I had Netflix last year, I spent most of the time just looking through what was on it instead of watching. Nobody's heard of it?
No, I hadn't.
And Jules said, "Did you all see Dudley's mail off me?" Yeah, I see the
She
subscriber
sent me
now.
some lovely
I need to
things.
watch that.
Some great little stuff from Jules there.
She sent me one thing, and I sent her a message saying thank you, and she goes, "That's not it." She sent me another 3 things as well. So, yeah, very nice.
Very generous of Jules.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, I think we probably should end this here now because I think JT, you've got an early start in the morning, haven't you?
I do, sadly.
Yeah. And so,
Cool.
is that all right if we all finish, guys? Or
Yeah, no worries. Been great.
Yeah.
Been great.
Thank you.
Well, anyway, thanks everybody for watching the stream. It's been an absolute blast. We've had James on here, JimJam Movies, Andy from Forgotten World Movies, and our 2 special guests, James, JT at the Movies, and John, Mondo Chelloveck Movies. Both fantastic YouTubers. Everybody's channels are in the descriptions. Go and sub to them. All fantastic guys. So I think that's about wrapped up now. Movie Database has got a quick question. Is Escape from LA any good?
No.
Nah.
Is it? No?
Stick with
not
him,
at all.
Yeah.
I was going to say I've heard of New York, but
New
I
York,
can't remember
LA.
LA.
No.
Nah. So anyway, thanks ever so much everybody for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to have everybody on tonight, and thank you all at home for watching and taking part. Until next time, bye everybody.
Bye.
See ya.